ओरिएंटेशन ये करूँ
और माउंटेन्स ना
ओरिएंटेशन यार खाओ
क्या ना तमें मोबाइल देखो तुम मोबाइल देखो चल आमे 4 जन अछि होउछ ना
Very good morning, one and all. I, Dr. Bimal, Assistant Professor, Padhy Samrat, College of KSUB, BHANJANAGAR, Punjab. Happily welcome all the dignitaries, guests, esteemed faculties, participants, paper contenders, everybody, my dear students, to this auspicious occasion, that is today's national seminar on integrating the Indian knowledge system into higher education to transform India. So on this auspicious occasion, our chief guest is Professor Charan, Professor of Education, R.I. Bhubaneswar. So, sir, please come to the dais. On behalf of this institute, I would like to request sir to come to the dais. On this auspicious occasion, our chief speaker is Professor Charan sir, who is Professor of Education, University, Shantiniketan, Goldswagam. Sir, on behalf of this institute, I welcome you to come to the dais. And convener of this 2 days national seminar, our assistant principal sir, Dr. Bimal Swain sir. Welcome sir to the dais. Our today's guest of honor is Professor S.K. Padhy sir, Senior Regional Director, Keynote Regional Center, Bhubaneswar. On behalf of this institute, I would like to welcome you sir to the dais. And our guest of honor today's occasion is Professor S.S. Swain madam, Director, Research and Extension Services, University, Bhubaneswar. On this special occasion, I would like to welcome you, madam, to dais, and our guest of honor, Professor Felicitation, sir, he is on the way perhaps. And last but not least, of this today's national seminar, our organizing secretary, my colleague here, Dr. Satyabadi, sir, welcome to dais. So now, actually, this is history has become in the history of Padhy Samrat College of Teacher Education. Again and again, I welcome one and all. So on this auspicious day, let us welcome our guests on the dais by offering bouquets and badges. So our students are requested to offer bouquet and badges to our guests. Our chief guest, Professor Nityanand sir. Our chief speaker, Professor K.C. Sahu sir. Our guest of honor, Professor S.K. Tripathi sir. Our guest of honor, Professor S.S. Swain madam. Our convener, Principal, Dr. Bimal Swain sir. Our organizing secretary, Dr. Satyabadi. So students are requested to offer bouquet and badges to the guests. अतिथि देव भव, आचार्य देव भव, मातृ देव भव, पितृ देव भव, राष्ट्र देव भव. ये है हमारा कल्चर, ये है इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम. So let us restore our values. Let us let us restore our values, sublime culture. India has its high heritage of very past. So, on this auspicious occasion, we are going to organize 2 days conference and sir told, so as Prakash told, in this occasion we are with many principals. So with us, former principal Madam Bole Madam, former principal Professor Nidha Madam, and Manoj sir, Reddy sir, many more guests. So I welcome again and again to all people. On this occasion, first, from the core of my heart, Pranam Janauji. So, our guest, please come to the deities of Ma Saraswati, Lord Ganesh, and the Commissioner of Defense Commander for lighting the lamps and offer our flowers, please sir and madam, and student President Sibu Prasad Sahu and Vice President Sili Sahu also come to give offer flowers. Madam, please. Kalyani Madam, Professor Nidha Madam, Professor Bole Madam, Professor Sethi Sir, Devatama Sethi Sir, Professor Manoj Pradhan Sir, Professor Rajalakshmi Madam, and Dr. Kalyani Madam, so all the guests, Dr. Patron sir, and actually this is the occasion where all over the country our invitees have arrived. More than 150 papers have been received, and we have that opportunity. So, Dipajyoti, please come and chant Vedic mantra. Dipajyoti.
Subham Gurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasam Satyabuddhi Vinasaya Deepam Jyote Namostute Deepam Jyote Namostute Deepam Jyote Param Brahma Deepam Jyote Janardana Deepam Jyote Param Brahma Deepam Jyote Janardana Deepo Haratu Me Papam Jnana Deepo Namostute Subham Gurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Manasam Padana Subham Gurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampada Satyabuddhi Vinasaya Deepam Jyote Namostute Deepam Jyote Namostute Deepam Jyote Namostute Deepam Jyote Namostute.
पर्यन्तं परमात्मस्वरूपकं स्थावरं जंगमं चैव प्रणमामि जगन्मयं. God is everywhere. God is all. God is and all, and God is real. So universal prayer says, and that is Indian culture, that is Indian knowledge system. So अभी हम लोग माँ सरस्वती, लॉर्ड गणेश और कवि सम्राट उपेंद्र भंजन जी के चरणों में भक्ति पुष्पांजलि निवेदन किए. धन्यवाद. So अभी now the time has come to welcome our guests, dignitaries, our esteemed colleagues, and all the participants. So this program is being telecast through social media also. Time has come to offer welcome song by our loving student teachers Sumitra, Ankita, Sandita, and Monalisa. Please come to the dais and offer your welcome song. Thank you. Our grateful homies unto the feet of your motherland, India. So now, I would like to request our convener, Dr. Bimal Swain sir, to preside over the meeting. So next, as for the agenda, now the time has come to welcome our guests by giving the introduction. So I would like to request Dr. Bimal Swain, who is the principal of KSUB BHANJANAGAR as well as principal of the BSc BERHAMPUR. Sir, please come to give you a welcome and introductory address towards our guests. Please, sir.
Namaskar. Very good morning to all of you. Esteemed dignitaries of the dais, invited guests, dignitaries, paper presenters, resource persons,
Lipway.
ex-principals of this institution, candidates, media persons, students, local leaders, publishers, parents, and my beloved students. I welcome all of you to this auspicious occasion of the National Seminar on integrating the Indian knowledge system into higher education to transform India. It is a matter of great pleasure to organize the first national seminar in this prestigious institution, KSUB City BHANJANAGAR, after my joining here to this institution in 20th January. We have with us esteemed chief guest of this special occasion, Professor Padhy, Professor of Education, Regional Institute of Education, Bhubaneswar. I welcome you, sir, to this national seminar. We have with us esteemed Professor S.C. Sahu, sir, is the Professor of Education and Head Department of Education, Satyabadi University, Felicitation. I welcome you, sir, to this occasion. In my elder brother, we have with us the guest of honor, Professor Padhy, Senior Regional Director, Keynote Regional Center, Bhubaneswar. I welcome you, sir, to this occasion. We have with us Professor Swain, Director, Research and Institutional Council, University, Bhubaneswar. We have with us Professor Pathy, who is on the way, he is coming. So he is also one of our dignitaries who will join with us very soon. We have with us our Organizing Secretary, Satyabadi. We have ex-principals of this institution, Professor Sidharth Madam, Professor Reddy Madam, Professor Sahu Madam from Professor Padhy, Principal of the institution, Convenor, Professor Principal of BHANJANAGAR. We have also education section, other dignitaries, esteemed colleagues and friends. We have with us our publisher, who is also present with our friends in this. one of two publishing houses, Pradhan Publishers New Delhi and NG Publications. We also we welcome all of you particularly to this auspicious occasion. I have been given the assignment of introducing our esteemed dignitaries. Friends, we have with us Professor Pradhan, Professor of Education, Regional Institute of Education, Bhubaneswar. He is the chief guest of this occasion. I welcome you, sir, particularly to this auspicious occasion. Let me introduce Professor Pradhan. Professor Pradhan is Professor of Education, Regional Institute of Education, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Prior to this, he served as Head Department of Education, Northeast Regional Institute of Education, NCRT, Shillong, Meghalaya. He was also Professor and Head Department of Education, Northeast Regional Institute of Education, NCRT, Shillong, Meghalaya. Leader and Head Department of Education, Reddy University, Patron. Deputy Director of Planning, Padhy and State Institute of Education Management and Training, SMART. Leader and Head Postal Department of Education, Government College, Kolhapur, Government of Odisha. Teacher Educator, Diet Gulbari Tigawali. Project Officer, Area Intensive Education Project for Human Resource Development. He has completed 28 research projects funded by state, national and international agencies. He has guided 17 PhD scholars, particularly at PhD level in education, 15 scholars at the MPhil level, and he has developed a number of instructional materials for teachers, academic leaders, teacher educators, and also other personnel. So he has immense contribution in the field of education. Dr. Pradhan, being invited by National Assessment and Accreditation Council as a member of PROF, has visited number of teacher education institutions in the country. I welcome you, sir, to this auspicious occasion of Satyabadi Kavuni. We have with us esteemed Professor K.S.U. Sahu. He is the chief speaker of this occasion. He is my elder brother, Professor Convenor Sahu, Professor of Education in Satyabadi Central University, Scientific, as an institution of national importance of Government of India. We have been working in the field of education over the last 35 years in various capacities like Professor, Head, Dean, Research Officer, Advisor, Policy Lecturer by serving in Utkal University, Odisha, Rajiv Gandhi University in Arunachal Pradesh, University of Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, and NCT, New Delhi. I welcome you, sir, for this auspicious occasion. Professor Sahu had the privilege and honor of working with and providing expert inputs to the drafting committee of the National Policy on Education 1990 to Review Committee of Government of India. He was an expert member of the Textbook Development Committee for Pedagogy of Social Sciences in NCRT, New Delhi. He is also a member of the School Board of Education, Northeastern University, Shillong, Meghalaya, as well as Mizoram University, Aizawl, Mizoram. He has successfully guided 22 PhD scholars in education, and currently 8 scholars are working under his supervision of their PhD guidance for their PhD. He has organized and directed series of national and international seminars, webinars, workshops, delivered more than 150 lectures and resource persons in various universities and institutions of higher learning. He has actively participated and provided consultant services and able guidance to several national, international, state, and university flagship projects in education under UNICEF, DBT, ICSSR, IP, ICPR, NCTE, NCRT, UGC, IGNOU, ASST, TCS, and other NGOs. So he had the privilege of being the founder director of Institute of Rural Education and Management, University of Lucknow. He has immense contribution in the field of education, and he visits many universities as one of the expert personnel of assistant professors, associate professors, and also professors of education. So those who have attended interview with different universities might have seen him as one of the experts. He is my elder brother. He has substantial contribution in the field of education. I love him. I welcome him, brother, particularly to this prestigious mission. We have another eminent personality who is well known throughout the country as well as out of the country. Professor S.K. Tripathi, S. Kumar Tripathi, Senior Regional Director, IGNOU Regional Center, ODISHA. He is also my elder brother. All dignitaries who are sitting over here, all of them are well known to all of us. So Professor Tripathi started his career as a lecturer in Mahatma Gandhi College, Bhukta in Barwa district of Odisha from 2nd January 1987 and worked there until he got into IGNOU as Assistant Regional Director on 24th March 1994. He joined Regional Center of Bhubaneswar, which was an emerging center with a set of dedicated staff working for extending the outreach of IGNOU in every corner of the state. He plugged into his noble endeavor and contributed immensely in making IGNOU a household name in the state of Odisha, not only in the state of Odisha, throughout the country. Due to his hard work and relentless contribution, IGNOU Bhubaneswar Regional Center for 2 terms have been particularly become prominent regional center of education throughout the country. He served Koraput Regional Center for about Koraput Regional Center and Calcutta Regional Center for about 2 to 3 years. During his tenure as the regional director, a number of study centers have been established in the regional centers. Professor Tripathi is instrumental in the construction of the regional center building with 4 floors at Bhubaneswar with all modern facilities for providing support services to the people of Odisha. He has established very good rapport and successfully collaborated with the number of government and non-governmental organizations in spreading the network of IGNOU. It is due to his untiring effort as Bhubaneswar was gold medal for 3 consecutive times in 2020 and due to his untiring effort due to his service with the Daddy Gandhi Foundation and Convenor New Delhi has conferred on the Best Educationist Award particularly to Professor Tripathi. The State Council of Artist Research Training Center Odisha has also conferred on the SCART Award in Education on 14th April 2015 at Patron. Dr. Tripathi not only proved himself in the field of educational administration, he also proved himself as a teacher during his short stint as a lecturer in MG College. He has participated in a number of national and international seminars and also organized 3-4 seminars in the Regional Center of Bhubaneswar. He is the author of many books and his recent book on distance education is going to be released very soon, particularly in the month of July. Dr. Tripathi has been entrusted upon the responsibility of Regional Center of Bhubaneswar once again as the Regional Director on 26th September 2019. Due to his meritorious and contribution of IGNOU, he has been elevated to the position of Senior Regional Director Professor with effect from 24th March 2009. I welcome you, sir, to this national celebration. Friends, we have another eminent personality with also the guest of honor, Professor Swain, the retired Professor of Principal from a prestigious institution, Women's Autonomous College, Kolkata. Prior to this, she was working as State NSS Officer from Deputy Secretary in Department of Higher Education, Government of Odisha. She served as the coordinator of NSS in Utkal University and other prestigious institutions of the state. She has 33 years of teaching and research experience in different government colleges and University of Odisha. She passed her post-graduation from Punjab University, Chandigarh with first class pass program graduation, MD from the same university with first class and distinction, PhD from Utkal University, LLB from Utkal University. She has produced many PhD and MD scholars and guided more than 50 MA and MA students. She has more than 100 publications in books of national and international level and also journals. She has authored and edited more than 30 books on education, social science, and contributed substantially in the field of education. She has attended and presented papers in more than 200 international, national, and state level seminars. She has delivered more than 150 extramural talks in many universities and colleges in India and abroad. She has visited 12 different countries of the world in the context of academic affairs and personal engagements. She has also contributed many articles in the field of literature. You might have seen her, particularly in Doordarshan and other TV programs. She is the member of syndicate of Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Bihar, and Ramadevi Women's University, Bhubaneswar. She is a member of Board of Studies in Education and member of ASST and BSc in Education and member of academic council of many universities in ODISHA and India. She is a member of All India Education Society, Utkur Sahitya Samaj, NSS Advisory Committee, and member of 20 different universities of India. She is the State Commissioner of Bharat Scout and Guide of Odisha State Branch. She is a member of Coordination Committee of Indian Red Cross Society and Youth Red Cross Odisha State Branch. As a member of NET Committee, she has visited many universities for accrediting the institutions of higher learning in the country. She is a member of the State Level Advisory Committee of NCC, member of NSS Advisory Committee of 20 different universities of India and Odisha. She is the nodal officer of Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat program in Odisha from the universities and colleges of Odisha State. She is a member of NEP committee of Government of Odisha and many other committees of Higher Education Department of Government of Odisha. She has been awarded by Honorable Governor of Odisha, Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, and many eminent persons because of her contribution in the field of NSS, sanitation, conservation of environment, and blood donation. She was appointed as NSS coordinator of Utkur University for 4 years from 2006 to 2010, and because of her commendable work, she has been awarded by Honorable Governor and also Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha. She is a member of UGC or Autonomous Colleges of Odisha. So we welcome you, Madam, to this prestigious institution for the national seminar. We have another dignitary not seated over here, he is on the way, Professor Patua. Dr. Matha is the organizing secretary, the dynamic person who is organizing this national seminar. I have with us Dr. Dilip Kumar Khudia. We have many other dignitaries who are sitting over here. Professor Sarojini Vadai, she was the professor and also principal of this institution. Welcome, madam. Professor Adolfo Das is also one of the panelists. Madam Saus is the principal of a teacher training institute. Madam Ramita Chopra is also working in SCRT and also one of the we have because Mr. Friends in this is also one of the guests. The commissioner of two important organizations, Kunal Books and Hindi, I welcome you. We have with us Professor Subhna Mishra, she was the Deputy Director of Odisha and also Higher Education Department Teacher Education Section. She was also principal of this institute as well as BPISC BERHAMPUR. Both the principal have substantially contributed for the development of higher education in the state of Odisha. We have with us Professor Manoj Pradhan, Professor Devendra Pradhan, other dignitaries from BPISC, ISST, Odisha Institute, and all of other institutes. We have our dynamic faculty who are present over here, our beloved students, and I welcome all of you particularly to the national center. Thank you.
Sir, for your nice and elaborate introduction. Now, again, time has come to honor our guests on the dais. We have that opportunity. So I would like to request our students to speak with us. So now, we are going to felicitate on this auspicious occasion, that is 2 days national seminar, past our chief guest, Professor Nityanand Pradhan sir, and he is going to be felicitated by our principal, Dr. Bimal Swain sir. So please, let us give a big round of applause to our honorable chief guest of today's occasion, Professor Nityanand Pradhan sir, who is being felicitated by our principal sir. So he will begin, please. Thank you, sir. Now the time has come. Thank you, sir. Simple token of love on behalf of the city. Now the time has come to felicitate our chief speaker, Professor Convenor sir, Professor of Education, Satyabadi University, and he is going to be felicitated by our chief guest, Professor Nityanand Pradhan sir. So please, sir, students, please. Now the time has come to felicitate our chief speaker, Professor Sahu sir, and being felicitated by our guest, Professor Nityanand Pradhan sir. So on behalf of this institute, we heartily welcome and to give you our honor, token of love. Now the time has, thank you sir. Now the time has come to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor S.K. sir, Senior Regional Director, Ignoring Us in Bhubaneswar, is being felicitated by SS Swain Madam. So Swain Madam is requested to felicitate our Honorable Professor S.K. sir. Swain Madam, please. So student help, please. ये हमारा संस्कृति है, ये हमारा परंपरा है, ये हमारा देश का आन बान शान है। हम लोग ये हमको मौका मिला है अतिथियों को स्वागत करने का, उनसे आशीर्वाद प्राप्त करने का। So now time has come. Thank you sir, thank you madam. So the time has come to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor S.S. Swain madam, and our chief guest, Professor Nityanand Pradhan sir, is requested to felicitate on behalf of this institute. So Swain madam felicitate करेंगे chief guest Professor Nityanand Pradhan sir. Can you please round of applause, please? Okay. Thank you sir. Thank you madam. Now the time has come. Time has come to felicitate जिनके बिना ये अधूरा हो सकता था या नहीं हो सकता था। Under whose dynamic leadership, Convenor, Principal Dr. P.C. Swain sir को felicitate करेंगे। P.C. Sahu sir, Professor P.C. Sahu is requested to felicitate our Principal Dr. Bimal Swain sir. Thank you because of his wisdom, because of his vision, because of his dynamic leadership. We are able to arrange dynamic Thank you, sir. Professor Padhy sir already arrived. So, give a big hand, please. Professor Padhy sir, always your wife, Mr. Guide, so thank you. We congratulate, we welcome you, sir, being a part of this auspicious occasion. So the time has come to felicitate Professor Padhy sir. Professor Judinjit Padhy, he is the President of All India Education Society, Bhubaneswar. So Professor Padhy sir is being felicitated by Professor S.K. sir. So Professor S.K. Regional Director is being requested to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Judinjit Padhy sir, dynamic leader in the field of education. So thank you so much, sir. So Atithi Devo Bhava. And in time, you are right, we are thankful and we are grateful. Thank you, sir. Now, last but not least, the organizing secretary of this today's national seminar, our dynamic, my colleague, Dr. Satyabadi is being felicitated by Professor Y. Khatwa sir. Y. Khatwa sir is requested to felicitate our organizing secretary, Dr. Satyabadi sir. Dr. Satyabadi is being felicitated by our honorable guest, Professor Khatwa sir. Sangatadham, 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 Sangomanasam, Janadam, Devabhagam, Yathapurve, Sanjanana, Upasate, Sanjanana, Upasate. Let hands be joined, let feet march in unison, let India arise again. Proudly proclaim that I am Indian, every Indian is my brother. The soil of India is my highest heaven. The good of India is my good. The good of India is my good. The good of India is my good. So now we already gave our honor to our esteemed guests on the class. So now the time has come to, that is, Nahi Jnana Sadhusam Pavitra Mihavidyate Jnanam Paramam Balam Jnanam Paramam Dhyayam Sadharan Lavate Jnana. Okay, sir. Welcome.
Friends, we have with us esteemed Professor Yudhishthira Patwa, a well-known personality in the field of education and a leader of the leaders. So he is the leader of the leaders. So he is a student leader, teacher leader also, the acting secretary of Ravenshaw College Students Union, first president of SCRT PG Students Union, president is now the president of all Odisha Education Society. He is also the president of All India Education Society. He is the president of United Teachers Association, president of Ravenshaw University Education Department, Alumni Association. He has written many books in the field of education and Odisha literature. He is a teacher leader and he always fights for the subject of education. I welcome you, sir, to this prestigious institution. And he visits many colleges and universities, one of the guests. So because of his ill health, he reached in this institution late with my elder brother. I welcome you, Professor Patwa, to this national seminar. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jnanam Paramam Balam, Jnanam Paramam Dhyayam, Sadhavan Labhate Jnanam. So, Indian knowledge system. On this auspicious occasion, one book titled Education, School and Society, written by our esteemed principal, Dr. Bimal Swain sir, having more than 30 years of teaching experience, he has written more than 25 books, and under his able guidance, 10 students have been awarded PhD. And he has contributed more than 100 papers. He is the editor of more than 12 journals and will receive many awards. And he is notable educationist in our state as well as across the country. And along with him, the co-author is his better half, Professor Radhalakshmi Das Madam, who is serving as the Professor of Education in Radharan Institute of Arna College in Education. Madam has more than 30 years of teaching and research experience, has his own credit 8 books, and she has already guided more than 4 PhD scholars and contributed more than 75 papers. And the book is being inaugurated. So, under the publisher, Kunal Publisher, New Delhi, he is with us, Mr. Prem Singh. On this occasion, I would like to request Professor Radhalakshmi Das Madam and the Vishnu sir to come to the front and to inaugurate the book. So, I would like to request all the guests of the dais and please cooperate, our students, please cooperate. Supriya? Very good. Madam, please.
କ'ଣ କରିଥିଲେ
ये टाइम पे आपको नहीं जाऊँ ये टाइम पे आपको नहीं जाऊँ
Book is the tangible form of arts. And unless and until we love the books, we can never have reached our finished goal of life. So, throughout our life, it should be the longest. Exactly. Sir is contributing in this field of education. So, this is his 25th book, I say so. That's why this book is being inaugurated. With regard to thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you, the whole house, being the part of this auspicious occasion.
Our student, because we also elaborate this.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Professor Das, madam, and Professor Swain, sir. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. We have with us Professor A.C. Sankar, man of intellect, man of high exposure, man like man with the humorous as well as full of intelligence. So the time has come to listen from Professor A.C. Sankar. Since along he has been the instrumental Ready sir, please. So ये महान प्रोफेसर स्वाइन मैडम का बोल all are interested to come to science.
ଆମେ ସିନା ଚିଏ କଲେ ହବ ମତେ ଦେଖିଲେ ହବ ମୁଁ ବି ଏବେ ପଡ଼ିବେ
ତମେ ହୁଏ ଟିକେ ଏଇ ଟାଇମ୍
So written by भगवान की स्पिरिचुअल बुक है.
सब ଯିବା ଆସିବା
Dr. Patron is my PhD scholar and is serving in Edinburgh University. Uttarakhand.
Congratulations madam. अभी टाइम आया है केसी साहू सर जो कि एजुकेशन का फील्ड में उनका जो पकड़ है रिश्ता है मैन great resource person, notable resource person, non resource person. He is going to be the keynote address. So Professor K.C. Sahu is requested to grace the house by his illumined lecture on the topic Indian knowledge system, that is integrating Indian knowledge system to transform India. So time going to time is flying. So जो मंच देख रहे हैं मंच है सो मंच पे सारे एमिनेंट लोग बैठे हुए हैं. सो हमारे पास थोड़े बहुत जो टाइम है we will utilize because there are every word is important. So it is rare. The South side is interested to
ରଶ୍ମିତା ମ୍ୟାଡ଼ାମ୍ କାନ୍ତି କୋଉଠି ଅଛି ସେ ରଶ୍ମିତା ମ୍ୟାଡ଼ାମ୍
May I request your attention, please? Few minutes silence, because as the organizer said, there are YouTube channels also working. Immediately I am waiting the PowerPoint to open. Let me at the outset thank the organizers for creating such a wonderful ambience and organizing the national seminar on a theme which is of sacred importance and inviting so many people. ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କହୁଛି ଆଜିକାଲି ମାଷ୍ଟରମାନଙ୍କ ଅବସ୍ଥା ଏମିତି ହେଇଛି ଯେ ପାୱାର ପଏଣ୍ଟ ନ କଲେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିପାରିବେନି, ପାୱାର ପଏଣ୍ଟ ନ କଲେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିପାରିବେନି ହେଲା। ଟିକେ ମୁଁ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରି ପିଲାମାନେ ପେସେନ୍ସ ୱି ଆର୍ ଲିଟିଲ୍ ଗେଟିଂ ଡିଲେଡ୍, କିନ୍ତୁ ଟିକେ ଜଷ୍ଟ there are so many people, they have to speak. I will try to make my speech as small as possible, but few things I have to share. I cannot take the personal name of the dignitaries of the dais. ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଏକ ସାଥିରେ ପ୍ରଣାମ କରୁଛି। ଆଉ ଅଫ୍ ଦ ଡାୟସ୍ ସାମ୍ନାରେ ଲାଇନରେ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ବସିଛନ୍ତି ବଡ଼ ବଡ଼ ଲୋକମାନେ ବସିଛନ୍ତି, ପ୍ରଥମ କରି ମୋର ଅନୁଭବ ହେଉଛି ଦି ଦିନ ଆଗରୁ ଆସୁଛି ମୁଁ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପାଲ ସାର୍ କହୁଥିଲି ତମେ କେବଳ ଦିବ୍ୟ ସିଂହଙ୍କୁ ଛାଡ଼ିକି ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି। So many people are chief guests are कहने पड़े कि he has not seen so many principals gathered at the same time for a single occasion. I in fact overwhelmed to see so many, without making much formalities, I will proceed. Sir, I'm listening. See, let me start my things in my own way. The seminar is on a theme which is a very, what can I say? The scope is very broad. The things are extremely complex, if I don't say very intricate. And we have no time to address the issue. दुर्भाग्य हमें Bimal he has invited so many people, he has taken so much of pain along with his team to organize such an event. The very essence is not to really understand intricacies or the details of the thing. Important thing is what is the intent of the seminar. As Professor Bimal says, he wanted to initiate something after his joining as the principal, so that the ball keeps on rolling. He has very short time, he cannot continue longer because his retirement is nearer. But before he leaves this institution, he wants to set a goal, he wants to create a culture whereby it will continue. I was so happy. You know, Sarojini Madam, the former principal of this college, is here. She is my classmate in BJP College 78. I remember, long back, we have become very old. You know, when she was here, so many people were complimenting her, and one of the members of this institute was telling, when Madam joined, that became a golden era for this college. The progress of the college started when she joined as a principal. Many of the principals were joining but not staying here. Smita Madam is here, I do not know. She is my senior, but Sarojini is my classmate. I was so heartened to listen to this thing, that this hall has been created by her initiative. That flag post point has been created by her initiative. What I am trying to say, some people, little contribution, it makes a big difference for the institution. Students, for you, what is to learn is that intent, very intent. I know I cannot really do justice with the theme of the seminar, but at least I will try to share my experience of being a teacher. And since it's a teacher training college, you have many hello. Take person, please. So you will learn a lot which will come in your use after you will leave these institutions. I go ahead. Technically, we have to speak something that I have to cover. See, it's the theme, the seminar is on integrating Indian knowledge system into higher education to transform India. What look at this thing, Indian knowledge system. Indian knowledge system, India, I don't know if we really understand what India is. Last week we were in Leh Ladakh. It is Bharat now. India is now, it's a Bharat now. It's a, for various reasons, Bharat. Bharat को भी कहते भारत वर्ष, भारत में भारत वर्ष. पिलावाने तो मैं पूछे भी नहीं जाने भारत को भारत वर्ष नहीं हुआ. For दिल्ली में JNU में प्रोफेसर मान को चलो ज्योग्राफी प्रोफेसर सर भारत को भारत वर्ष नहीं हुआ. Like it's related to time. It's not 1 year or two. It's related to time. It's related to eternity. Bharat is related to concept of time. When India, we will come across the next slide. I think we will clarify. Let me quickly jump into it. India is the cradle of human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, grandmother of legend, the great grandmother of tradition. Time memory and when the people in the other parts of the world didn't learn to speak a word, the Indian literature, speech, our Vedanta was in the peak of it, and the human excellence was narrated how to achieve human excellence. It was already written. But it was already, it was already there. And you may be surprised to know that we have a tradition, Vedanta, Upanishad, Gita, Puran, Mahabharata, we didn't have a, जैसे पीसी साहब अभी दिल्ली से आए हैं, अभी प्रिंसिपल साहब का किताब पब्लिश हुआ है, मैडम दोनों को हम बधाई देते हैं. It's a good thing now to have this. हमारा tradition of पुरुष है, पुरुष when they Veda, who wrote the Veda, who wrote the Upanishad? We don't have any reference or people do not claim that I am the author because that has been the tradition. We don't claim it. And many of the things were told that it was revealed to the rishis. They didn't think that they will have a career promotion so that they will write some papers or write some articles or write some book. They had revelation and they were so spontaneously feeling that if we write it, it will serve the humanity. People will understand what is right, what is dead, what is good, what is the purpose of this life. So that was the thing. Basic difference I am making. If India and rest of the Western or European world, you will know that our Sanskrit is आध्यात्मिक, internal, technical आध्यात्मिक, हमें internal, हमें spirit ऊपर विश्वास करें. बाकी अन्य माने matter ऊपर विश्वास करें. ସେମାନେ ଫର୍ମ ଉପରେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରନ୍ତି, ଆମେ ସ୍ପିରିଟ୍ ଉପରେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁ, ଆବଷ୍ଟ୍ରାକ୍ସନ୍ ଉପରେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁ. ଘଟଣାଟା ହେଉଛି ଈଶ୍ୱର ଅଛନ୍ତି କି ନାହିଁ. See, how the problem is so complex. We have a tradition, ଆମେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁଛୁ ଈଶ୍ୱର କାରଣ ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମ ଈଶ୍ୱର ସତ୍ତା ଅଛି. Yes or no? Because I may be surprised when time passes, people or Western people become critical of it. केते भगवान को हमें प्रोग्राम के स्टार्ट करियो आरंभ करछु काहे कि हमर एक ट्रेडिशन अछि सप्तरे कोइ विशेष लोग जो बाहर केते फीलिंग ऑफ टीचर पे इमिटेट एक्सपीरियंस बट वी हैव अ ट्रेडिशन ऑफ इन्वोकिंग द स्पिरिट बिफोर वी स्टार्ट एनीथिंग. विवेकानंद जेनरल विदेश अमेरिका रे जाय छै, he was supposed to give a lecture in a hall. The American people do not believe this because their culture is they don't believe in God or supernatural power. So the hall which was arranged, पिला माने दुष्टामी करते करते क्लासरूम माने करूथियो विवेकानंद हॉल भीतर को आशा करू seven answers. There is an Indian saint who believes in spiritualism, who talks of the religion. Chicago address, he has become famous for Hinduism giving a speech. So some boy went to the blackboard before Vivekananda entered into the hall. He wrote, "God is nowhere." Just imagine the situation. What a pillar Vivekananda भाषण दबाव पर Western country remember that time. Vivekananda को टेस्ट करने में God is nowhere because he is Indian. Sadhu will speak definitely on Indian spiritualism. God is nowhere. See, look at the immediately the talent of Vivekananda. Vivekananda went and saw that it was he could understand that some people children have played pranks. Vivekananda said, "Give me a chalk." Took it. And he said, "I will not make any change. Probably you people believe that God is nowhere, and now I will make a difference before I start my chalk and God is. Someone like God is nowhere. N-O-W-H-E-R-E. Vivekananda, God is N-O-W. Tikye space they keep now here. He spoke, God is now here. Vivekananda again in another meeting he was asked, Swamiji, you talk so high of India and Indian culture, but don't you feel that Indian people died like cats and dogs? Out of misery, out of poverty, out of ignorance? Vivekananda was shocked to listen to this man. He told, yes, we had poverty, we had misery, we had ignorance. But when you people die, at the end, you die like cats and dogs. Nobody takes care of you. Maybe you are in your old age home. But when we die, I may be poor, but they die with their relatives around. That makes the difference between India and us. We have a relationship, but unfortunately, we are also suffering from the similar kind of problem. But the issue is not that. We have to talk about the Indian traditions and Indian cultures. Say into it. India is not just a geographical history, it's not only a nation, a country, a mere piece of land. It is something more. It says metaphor, poetry, something invisible but very tangible. Last line is important. It is vibrating with certain energy fields which no other country can claim. Many of the spiritual, series, galaxy of spiritual leaders, saints and sages have felt that this soil is vibrating with some dynamic spirit. In order to feel the spirit, you need to little cultivate, little develop your better mind, little sense of feeling. You cannot just, एक मोबाइल फोन करके व्हाट्सएप मैसेज कर रहे हैं, मैं भी भगवान को फील करना चाहता हूँ. इंडियन कंट्री में क्या वाइब्रेशन है नहीं फील कर पाते, संभव नहीं. You have to be little introvert in the sense you have to be internal. সকালে উঠে কি মোবাইল হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ দেখলে you cannot feel where the body is. ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ବହି ଆଣିଥିଲି ଭୁଲିଛି ଟାଇଟ୍ ସ୍ପଟ୍ ଅଛି ସେ ଦେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଆଣିଥିଲି ବିକଜ ଆମେ ମାନେ ଛାତ୍ର ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଏପଟେ ରବୀନ୍ଦ୍ର ଶର୍ମା ବହି ବହୁତ ସାରା ସିନିୟର ଲୋକ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଜାଣିଥିବେ ରବୀନ୍ଦ୍ର ଶର୍ମା ବୁକ୍ ସୋଲ୍ ଇଜ୍ ତମାମ ବୁକ୍ ସୋଲ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଭେରାଇଟି ବହୁତ ଫେମସ୍ ବହି ଶୁଣ ଏ ବହିଟା ହେଉଛି ଓନ୍ ୟୋର ମର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଏଲିଭେଟ୍ ୟୋର ଲାଇଫ୍ own your morning. Sankar is able to reach 5 o'clock. This book is famous. I would suggest if anybody like they will read it. 5 o'clock worldwide revolution. Yoga, Patanjali, our yoga tradition. You have to get up Brahma Muhurta uthibo. Our tradition is that Brahma Muhurta uthibo. 8 टा बेले उठिले तम भगवान मिले. Yes or no? Statistically तमे कैलकुलेट कर दे पारो अपन 5 घंटा उसी से के समय को भगवान मेडिटेशन में 8 टा लोग आउ 1.5 घंटा मेडिटेट करी मतलब मेडिटेट करो फास्टर. इट्स नॉट स्टैटिस्टिक्स एंड मैथमेटिक्स. ब्रह्म मुहूर्त बड़ा इंपोर्टेंस अछि जोटा हम इंडियन कल्चर सहित डीपली एम्बेडेड. दुर्भाग्य से माने विदेशी लोग विदेश रे माने 5 o'clock हाउ टू गेट अप इन द मॉर्निंग एंड कैप्चर द मोस्ट प्रेशियस मोमेंट ऑफ योर लाइफ ऑफ द डे. सेटा आमर ट्रेडिशन आम पिला को सिखेबो उचित ना आम ट्रेडिशन ऑटोमेटिक. दुर्भाग्य वी हैव फॉरगॉटन दैट थिंग. मु भारत जे इंडियन ट्रेडिशन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ इंडिया कथा कहूची एठी गोटे आपन अटेंशन ड्रा करी प्लीज लुक एट दिस पिक्चर. ये पिक्चर टा होची रविन्द्रनाथ रिलेटिव एंसेस्टर्स देवेंद्रनाथ अवनींद्रनाथ टैगोर जेतबे फ्रीडम मूवमेंट बंग भंग आंदोलन ब्रिटिश अगेंस्ट चलसी करो सब से माने डिवाइड एंड रूल करिया पई चाहउछंती ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कम्युनिटी रिलीजन एंड ऑल दिस कास्ट पॉलिटिक्स करछंती. गोटे एकात्म भारत माता एक श्री अरविंद बहुत करिछंती भारत रो इमेजिनेशन ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स कले आपनकर तकर मैप भारत श्री हाउ अखंड भारत रो परिकल्पना श्री अरविंद को सेरा बुझिबे. अवनींद्रनाथ प्रथम एटा गोटे पेंटिंग करथिले. ए पेंटिंग को एक्सप्लेन करिया पई चाहउछि कारण इट विल स्पीक अ लॉट अबाउट आवर इंडियन ट्रेडिशंस. एटा वेरी कॉमन हम इंडियन मान पई विदेशी मान पई के अलग. लुक एट दिस पिक्चर. The four hands, one hand is cloth, another is book, bodhi, another one rosary mali dharichhanti, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଶସ୍ୟ ଧାନ କେଣ୍ଡା ଧରିଛନ୍ତି. This is a picture which were symbolic. ଭାରତର ସଂସ୍କୃତିର symbolic. ବହି ପୋଥିଟା ଆମର ଜ୍ଞାନ, knowledge. କପଡ଼ାଟା ହେଉଛି ବସ୍ତ୍ର, ଶସ୍ୟଟା ହେଉଛି ଖାଦ୍ୟ, ଖାଦ୍ୟ ବସ୍ତ୍ର, ଅନ୍ନ ବସ୍ତ୍ର. ଆଉ ଏ ରୋଜେରୀ এটা ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଉ ସାଧନା and blessings ରାମ ମାନେ ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରନ୍ତି ଦେଖିବ ମାଳି ଧରିକି ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରନ୍ତି. ସେ ଟ୍ରେଡିସନ. ଆମର ଇଷ୍ଟ ଦେବକୁ ଆମେ ଜଗଧାନ କରୁଛେ ଆମ ଇଷ୍ଟ ଦେବଙ୍କ ସହିତ ମାଳିକା ଯୁକ୍ତ ସେଇଠି ଧାନ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରୁଛେ ସେ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ରାଇଟ୍. So in that sense this was a picture sister Nivedita ଯେତେବେଳେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ ଏ ପିକ୍ଚରଟା ଦେଖିଲେ ତାଙ୍କର ଅନେକ ଲେକ୍ଚର ଦିଟା ବିଷୟରେ. Look at the beauty of the photograph, look at the delicacy. ଗୋଟେ ସାଧ୍ୱୀ ମହିଳା ଭଳି ଦେଖାଉଛନ୍ତି, ତ୍ୟାଗର ପ୍ରତୀକ, ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ ପ୍ରତୀକ. 4 hands in the symbolic explanation of energy. ଯୋଉ 10 କଥା more than one hand when it say God and goddesses are many more hands. ରାବଣର ବି 10ଟା ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଥିଲା. It was a ill concept. But ଖରାପରେ ବୁଦ୍ଧି ଲାଗୁଥିଲା. ଦୁର୍ଗାଙ୍କର 10 hand ତାକୁ ମାରିବା ପାଇଁ it's a symbolic expression of energy. এটা ଗୋଟେ abnormal western mind को absurd ଲାଗିପାରେ. ଗୋଟେ ଦେବତାର 4ଟା ହାତ କିନ୍ତୁ it's not. It's symbolic. Spirits they have many more hands. They can do many things. When divine is there, when divine blessings are there, miracles can happen. You cannot humanly conceive What happens when there is divine blessing? I am not going, I am quickly going. See, India is a repository of knowledge. The theme of the seminar is about knowledge. India is a repository of knowledge. I am not Ayurveda, mathematics, astronomy, astrology, metallurgy. N number of subjects are there where in ancient time we had achieved the mastery level. But unfortunately, in between we lost it. And many of the people ascribe the reason, make the Britishers responsible for Macaulay minute. तमें education लो किला, पढ़ियो Macaulay minute कथा, useless class कथा. से Macaulay minute रे British system पसला, Indian culture they wanted to break the spine of India, cultural spine of India. जो थी पाएंगी, से मैंने आने को के समाज पर 300 वर्ष शासित हुआ पर भूली गए. जे आमर किसी निजस्व सत्ता अछि बा निजर आमर जो गुरुकुल सिस्टम बा निजर जो शिक्षा व्यवस्था थिला तापर किसी स्ट्रेंथ अछि आमे सब नाउ मैनेजमेंट नाउ आईसीटी नाउ सब टेक्नोलॉजी बुझबो आमे लाइक वी स्टार्टेड हेटिंग आवर ओन कल्चर प्रोबब्ली देयर इज नथिंग इन आवर कल्चर ancient culture that's a tragedy what is ideas I'm skipping this thing key aspect से कोचर की फिलोसफी साइंस मैथमेटिक्स लिटरेचर आर्ट सोशल साइंस स्पिरिचुअल बहुत सारा एरिया रे हमर नॉलेज रे सुप्रीमेसी अछि नुवा विजन जो गोटे इंडिया रे यूजीसी रे आफ्टर 2020 गोटे मैंडेट हम दिया जाउछि कहउछि जे इंडिया इवन लास्ट 10 years of governance is also telling India विश्व गुरु अब many of the people have predicted, Sri Aurobindo has predicted, Swami Vivekananda has predicted, time will come, India will be ruling, so for the field of knowledge is concerned. Now question arises, Indian knowledge system, what are the Poriva? Probably the seminar arises, उद्देश्य होची जे आमे at least inspired होगा, हमर पे culture थिला जे सेटा important थिला कि नहीं some modern Pilabana coaching my colleagues, my seniors, I don't have any audacity to convince them. They know it already. Our grandfather thing. But our particular thing. It is Janiba ki Papa, it is Janiba to do so. Goodbye to the article generation of Pilanko. Now school college report, now family value now society व्यवस्था अछि जो द्वारा पिला माने हम एंशिएंट विषय रे एक्वेंटेड हो पूरा फ्रैक्शन आगे देखो सब पूरा मोबाइल बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड फ्लैश ऑफ इट बट क्विकली एवरीथिंग इज पासिंग क्विकली 5000 इयर्स ओल्ड हेरिटेज आप 5 सेकंड में क्लिक करते हो यस और नो पेज करते हो हाउ कैन यू एक्सपेक्ट दैट यू विल नो अबाउट द ancient culture of India ये गीता केते जण गीता पढुछते हम बुझु किंतु आज लोग इट इज रिकॉर्ड से गीता हमर धर्म ग्रंथ महाभारत so many things we say we don't do it आ तम मान का हम गाली दउछ जे आज के पिला खराब है ये सब मु निजे बोलछि तबे आई डोंट हैव एनी राइट से तम गाली दे तू बोलि मोर सीनियर लोक माने अछन ताको भीतर कहते हम आई फील सो हैप्पी सुर पेमेंट ना जो कोइलो जति महाप्रसाद करी ये सब न yes she has of late she is a top administrator she was a top administrator but now she has become top spiritual she is making a global tour asking महाप्रसाद मानते कौन उद्देश्य है कौन ग्लोबल टूर करे पर ताको लागुଛି ଯେ हां सेटा से देखिया ପାଇଁ ठीक अछि किंतु हमर जो महाप्रसाद जगन्नाथ गुरु प्रयास कविता लिखते हैं तर महाप्रसाद हिसाब से बिकॉज़ जगन्नाथ इज आवर लॉर्ड ओडिशा में जगन्नाथ को छाड़ने में प्रोबब्ली व्हेन वी गो आउटसाइड ऑफ द स्टेट जगन्नाथ को छाड़ला पर आप देखिबो महार कुंड भागेलानी अनेक कथा किसी कहि बेलुनी ये सब जगन्नाथ कल्चर इज डिफरेंट so that is what our heritage is now the question arises जे किए रिवाइव करिवो किए रिकॉग्नाइज करिवो आ ए जो इंटीग्रेशन विमल सेमिनार करछथि आजि परे आमे पळेला परे खाइति 2 दिन परे सेमिनार परे ए जो इंटीग्रेशन ते किए करिवो आमे भाषण देखो समस्त वर्तन कर इंटीग्रेशन हो के जने कहबेनी जे ना ना आमको पैसा देते आम आसचु खाइचु आम कहबू इंटीग्रेशन करियो आम हाँ कहबू फॉर ए लाइटर नोट कहूँ समस्त ऑल द एक्सपर्ट्स से बिकॉज आमर कैपेसिटी नहीं आम एलिजिबल नहीं এই কনসেপ্ট আমি ডিনাই করি এতে কিছু মিছ কথা নাই এতে কিছু ভেজাল কথা নাই আম পরম্পরা আম জ্ঞান আম পাই কি আসলা রাস্তায় আম কোন লেখা আছে নয়াগড় আম পাই কোডা আম নয়াগড় রাস্তা ধরে ইয়েস আম পাই কোডা আম নয়াগড় আম পড়ি পড়ি আছে ইয়েস অর নো নয়াগড় লোক পাই নয়াগড় ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট ইজন্ট ইট এতে মিছ কথা নাই কথা হচ্ছে তুমি যদি সকলে আম পাই কোডা আম নয়াগড় কইব তাহলে ওড়িশা জগন্নাথ খালি যদি জগন্নাথ ওড়িশা কইব কোডা গলা ইন্ডিয়া ইন্ডিয়া কইছে খালি যদি ইন্ডিয়া কইব কোডা গলা পৃথিবী বসুদেব কুটুম্বকম সংগঠন দিল্লী বর্তমান গাউছিলে সো our culture is encompassing the global starting with the ওড়িশা কোন আছে গ্লোবাল ফর লোকাল ফর ভোকাল ফর লোকাল তুমি যেতে চলে গুলাই কর জনে সিনিয়র প্রফেসর সংস্কৃত ইউনিভার্সিটি দেখো তোমার ইন্টিগ্রেশন পাই সজেস্ট করা যাইছি ইন্টিগ্রেশন পাই যে সংস্কৃত ইউনিভার্সিটি র প্রফেসর কো অলওয়েজ রে অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট হওয়া দরকার সংস্কৃত ডিপার্টমেন্ট করিয়া দরকার কারণ অনেক মাত্রারে আমার ভারতীয় জ্ঞানগুলো সংস্কৃত ভাষারে বহুত আছে यस তাকু পছলি সারা সেমিনার আছে কোন কইবা আপন ইজ ভেরি লর্নিড ফেলো প্রফেসর Reddy Kishore Swain he is now बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी रे ताकू लॉ से लॉ धर्मशास्त्र रो प्रोफेसर संस्कृत रे ताकू बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी विजिटिंग प्रोफेसर अपॉइंट हुए फ्यू डेज yesterday I was completing लॉ पढ़ेगा ताको जो धर्मशास्त्र को सर अपन धर्मशास्त्र लॉ कोन पढो छले जे बीएचपी रे बोले अरे धर्म छोड़ा के और किछि अछि पृथ्वी धर्म से कहले भारतीय नॉलेज मुकर सर कोन थीम आपण के सर आपण ने दैट एते लर्निंग लोग को कहले दुईटा कथा आम संस्कृतिटा सब बेले आध्यात्मिक अनुभव ऊपर कथा रियलाइजेशन रो कथा बही पत्र लेखा ठीक अछि विमल सर लिखले राजलक्ष्मी माने लिखले सुकुमार लिखले पढिबो हला किंतु जेते पर्यंत तने अनुभव करि ना हे ए कवि सम्राट उपेंद्र बंदा आम मैडम सारा सब तने कवि सम्राट उपेंद्र बंदा विषय में किछि कहबो यस कवि सम्राट को खोजली से पिला वाले सार भी त्रिपाठी सर कहले कवि सम्राट के दे लोग ए जो पहले से दास कोटि ब्रह्मानंद सुंदरी आ देखिलो मोबाइल रे कोचिंग पाइबे सेही जदी तमे सीए 17th सेंचुरी पोएट 300 वर्ष आगु लिखि छथि तमे पढना करे इला ते एक तमे एसएमएस कोडुछ वेयर इज एसएमएस वेयर इज कोटि ब्रह्मानंद सुंदरी cannot compare. I am getting to what I am to say. But there is no harm. धीरे धीरे तमे एमती टेक्स्ट मैसेज करी करी भी तमे कल्चर का भूली दिबो तापर लागिबो तमे तो एटा निश्च कथा बोलछन एबे निश्च कथा एटा कोटि ब्रह्मानंद सुंदरी इज इट पॉसिबल टू राइट तमे तो टेक्स्ट मैसेज करते दिटा है ना टूटा को भी टी बोले ना आंबा और डिजिटल कर दोछ हाउ कुड इट बी पॉसिबल से कोटि ब्रह्मानंद सुंदरी लाभन में बती पढ़िबो शास्त्र किंतु आईपीएस रे कोन जे इंडियन आर्ट एंड कल्चर लैंग्वेज ऊपर पढिबा दरकार कारण लैंग्वेज इज द गेटवे टू द नॉलेज आ सेही लैंग्वेज रे कोन जे मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी होबा दरकार तमे जदी तम निज भाषा ए एजुकेशन करे निज भाषा राइट निज भाषा रे पढला एनीवे इट विल बी लॉन्गर एटा बडे क्विकली टू सम अप द थिंग्स बेगोडे धर्मपाल आमे एजुकेशन पिला जानते नित्यानंद भाई आर चीफ गेस्ट वाज टेलिंग नारे बोइला में आगु लिखुले यू जस्ट ब्राउजिंग टू एगुडे धर्मपाल बोय लेखन द ब्यूटीफुल ट्री देखिबो सी 31 रे गांधी जाइथिले लंडन जो चाफाम हाउस बोय इंडिया जो उस्टेस पायर से जो मैक्रोलेमिनेट इज 31 जस्ट इमेजिन बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस सी जाई लंडन रे ओचंदी ए paragraph का पढ़ियो दरकार that doesn't finish the picture we have the education of the future state I say without fear of my future state challenge successfully that today India is more illiterate than it was 50 or 100 years ago and so is Burma Because the British administrators, when they came to India, instead of taking hold of things as they were, began to root them out. They scratched the soil and began to look at the root and left the root like that. गोटे इमेजिन करते धर्मशाला आम भारतीय परंपरा जो शिक्षा व्यवस्था थिला गच्छ भलिया थिला से गच्छटा कोन ब्रिटिशर किछि बुझि पालेनी कहले ता मूलरे कोन अछि देखिला गच्छ मूल जो ट्रेडिशन कल्चर सहस्र हजार हजार वर्ष ताकर तो ग्रांटिंग सेट सिस्टम हम सेतले नै सरकार व्यवस्था नै किंतु शिक्षा व्यवस्था केमिति चलछि भारत देखिबा को चाहिए सेटा को जेतले मूलरे को माटी टिके रडे देखिले मूलरा देशे कि तापरे गले भूली गले माटी तो they created a system in India which replaced the Indian traditional system of teaching learning, and as a result we adopted a foreign model of education, British system of education of which you are a product, I am a product, we are victims of that system. Then we tended to forget our own system, oral system, Gurukul system. Surprisingly, you will be astonished to know that you read Rabindranath Tagore 100 years before, when he started his work in 1901, he tried to revive Gurukul system in his own way. And his work now has national importance. And now, last year, September masare Prithivira Prathama Anustan living heritage. Particular heritage Prithivira achi sabu dead heritage mane monuments. Kintu gote culture 100 वर्ष धरि चलीछि सेति पई कि तक प्रथम पृथ्वी प्रथम कल्चर मानका को हेरिटेज टैग दिया समय तले गोटे वीडियो देखे खाती गोटे लिंक अछि को देखि देबे परे देखल यूट्यूब रे अछि यू कैन सी दैट व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज दैट वी नीड टू link ourselves to our culture. We need to understand how the tradition has to continue. And Rabindranath demonstrated to Vishwanath how even ancient things can continue to modern time, to future time, that he has demonstrated. It's a modern example of system of education. UGC mandate kochi research innovation of the Indian knowledge. Indian knowledge is an essential part of curriculum to include our ଆଉ 10 ବର୍ଷ ସପୋର୍ଟ जो कमिटी है से 10 वर्ष टाइम लेछे 10 वर्ष भितरे तमरे एटा करिवो केमिति इंटीग्रेट हबो माने फिजिक्स रे केमिति इंडियन नॉलेज इंटीग्रेट हबो केमिस्ट्री रे केमिति नानो टेक्नोलॉजी रे केमिति मेडिकल साइंस रे केमिति आई वाज वंडरिंग मेडिकल साइंस रे चरक सुश्रुत कथा हम पढुछु एंशिएंट कल्चर रे ओके चरक सुश्रुत से माने से सर्जरी टाइम रे इफ यू नो और नॉट आई डोंट नो वेदर चिल्ड्रन नो और नॉट ये सर्जरी सिखिबा पई ह्यूमन बॉडी रा एनाटॉमी सिखिबा पई कि मसानी रे जाई कि डेड बॉडी को काटी कि देखुतिले जे हाउ द ह्यूमन फिगर इज एंड व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स इन द ह्यूमन बॉडी कटिंग द डेड बॉडी इन द डेड नाइट आउ सेटा ओरे देखबा मेडिकल साइंस रे अनेक आगु नेबे भी अछि डॉक्टर हवा को प्रॉमिस जेंती वकील हवा को प्रॉमिस नियंती बा केस आर्टिकल प्रॉमिस मु गीतार पर आत्मविश्वास कहूची जा कहूची सत्य कहबी सत्य के सिवा और कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस नीचे लगा यस और नो सो सिमिलरली दिस हैज डॉक्टर्स आजकल डॉक्टर्स ने प्रॉमिस करू जति जति जने पेशेंट आसे ताको आगो पहुंचेबी ओरे पैसा आजकल डॉक्टर तो ता काउंटर का पैसा डिपॉजिट कर तापर तो मेरे को पता बात yes or no so that this doesn't fit into the system now this is telling now you fit into the system every system say professor कहते बर्तन आईकेएस रे कहते तमे जा कहछ आईके रो अनुमान खुशी हेतो बा जहा मॉडर्न कथा कहछ को आईसीटी नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी जा कहछ को कि तमने टिके देखो तार किछि भारतीय रूट्स थिला बा अछि जदी थिबो ट्राई टू फाइंड इट सर वाणी आसी गलानी आई हैव टू डू इट मु एठी गोटे कथा कहूची क्वेश्चनिंग गोटे भारतीय परंपरा रो क्वेश्चनिंग और अमर्त्य सेन का रोड होय छै द आर्गुमेंटेटिव इंडियंस है ना एठी गोटे क्वेश्चनिंग हम विश्वभारती आम डिपार्टमेंट सामने रे कोइ बड़ लिखा छै गीता रो गोटे वर्ष 1900 रो प्रणीत पातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया मु एठी जाउ ट्रांसेंडेंटल हमारे डिपार्टमेंट सामने हमें को सबगला हम पिला को बीएड पिला को बचालू कोन लिखाई से हां सेटा लिखा है कोणी जो लास्ट स्लाइड है विधि प्रतिपादन परिग्रस्येन सेवया उपादेक्षं किते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिना तत्वदर्शी माने पिला माने छात्र माने हेले से माने प्रश्न करिबार बा जानिबार आग्रह थिबा प्रश्न करिबे हला प्रश्न करिबे जे विमल सर आपण एने जानना नो नॉट लाइक दैट दिलीप सर आपण एमिति काई करिबे नो प्रश्न करे तुमको यथेष्ट भावे संभ्रम माने हम्बल हो नई माने हम्बल एक प्रश्न करिबो जेन्युइन आ जहाँ को प्रश्न करते सी भी पीएचडी डिलीट कोडेटा पीएचडी प्रोड्यूस करते बोली नो बुझ पाछ मे बी 20 पीएचडी प्रोड्यूस बट ही डजंट नो एनिथि हे पारे किंतु से टीचर भी ज्ञानी होना उचित राइट तेणु दुईटा कथा हेले जाय कि इंडियन ट्रेडिशन टा कंटिन्यू करियो स्टूडेंट मनकर हम्बल टीचर ज्ञानी हुए टीचर ज्ञानी स्टूडेंट हम्बल हुए टीचर भी ज्ञानी स्टूडेंट भी हम्बल प्रिंसिपल ठीक नहीं प्रिंसिपल ठीक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ठीक नहीं दी दिन आसले तो ट्रांसफर कर इन ऑल दिस सिस्टम मोर कथा कहला कथा तो संभव करूची जे सिस्टम ता इंडियन नॉलेज एंड इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स इंडियन नॉलेज इज डिफरेंट इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम इज डिफरेंट सिस्टम के द्वारा ओवरऑल होची हमर इंडियन ट्रेडिशन हमर इंडियन सिस्टम से हमर इंडियन सिस्टम पर वो तो ओरिजिन गले कहले ब्रिटिश मॉडल ब्रिटिश सिस्टम के इंडियन चलची हम भारत के मतलब ओरिजिनली हम जो फैमिली सिस्टम फैमिली ट्रेडिशन हेरिटेज हमर जदि तमे से हेरिटेज को अडॉप्ट करिगो हेरिटेज भितरे टिके रिलीजियस गोटे गॉड एक्सप्रेस रिलीजियस माने हिंदू मुस्लिम रिलीजियसली माने डूइंग ए थिंग सिंसियरली हम तो रिलीजियसली को सिंसियर जदि गोटे फैमिली ट्रेडिशन में सिंसियरली एंटर करिगो तो भितर वैल्यू डेवलप होई आई एम श्योर आई कैन गारंटी ठीक है मु काई कहूची नित्यानंद भाई मोर सीनियर लोग बोले मु मो नाटा से नेचरली एंट्री कोया आई वाज अफ्रेड ही इज माय सो सीनियर आई रेस्पेक्ट हिम सी वाज युधिष्ठिर भाई भीष्म पिता है ना किसी दिन आगे हम बड़ कहले थे जीवन युद्ध रे युधिष्ठिर ही इज ए लीडर हमारे किए युधिष्ठिर भाई आपन को कहि जीवन युद्ध रे युधिष्ठिर आपन एटी बसले मु एटी भाषण देबी आई वाज फीलिंग लिटिल ऑकवर्ड हमारे किए किंतु ट्रेडिशन की जानो करी ना कल मु जानि तमे बोले तमे हो जे फिक्स लोग कवर करते हां नित्यानंद भाई से फॉर एग्जांपल लिविंग ट्रेडिशन इज I am known to him right from my BJP college days. He was my senior. I guarantee आज पर्यंत I have not found an occasion जो occasion रे मु ताको complain करिवारे किछि थिबो. It's so affectionate, so lovable, so wise in giving decision. आमे देखलो difficult रे करू निदा नाही पछे. And he gives suggestion in such a lucid way. आज पर्यंत बोई पड़ी किसी सुनो. This is what I am traditionally. I move in a Bimal को धन्यवाद देबी जे सिर्फ एते लोग को परिचय एका माने हम ट्रेडिशन होछि हम ग्रैंडफादर थर ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन पर्सन आर यू गेटिंग he has been able to do that with much difficulty storytelling tradition I am not going pedagogy now but I rather not quickly हमें पिला को ज्योग्राफी पढ़ेगा ପାଇଁ कि मेथड को ए बीएड कॉलेज में बहुत ही पढ़ेबे लेसन प्लान कम करबे मेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव माइनर ऑब्जेक्टिव कॉग्निटिव ऑब्जेक्टिव अफेक्टिव ये सब पढ़ेबे ना रविन्द्रनाथ एकटा टोटली रिजेक्ट ना स्क्रिप्ट को दिला हमें ताको ज्योग्राफी पढ़ेबा नहीं ताको रीड द फर्स्ट लाइन वी रॉब द चाइल्ड ऑफ हिज आर्ट टू टीच हिम ज्योग्राफी वी रॉब द चाइल्ड आउट ऑफ लैंग्वेज टू टीच हिम ग्रामर he is organized for an epic but he is supplied with particular facts and dates ताकि से एपिक पढ़िया पाई जाउची से ज्योग्राफी धरती माटी कोन जानिया पाई जाउची तने ज्योग्राफी मेथड पढ़ेला ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी दिस ज्योग्राफी दैट ज्योग्राफी तामने आउट सेमथि एटा को नेचर एज ए टीचर अपना नेचर वर्ड्सवर्थ बड़े कथा कहते हैं एटा सब पढ़ वर्ड्सवर्थ में एक कविता अछि टेबल टर्न सेतरे एटा खाली कहूची आमे जो साइंस रे डाइसेक्ट करछे लैबोरेटरी एक्सपीरियंस दोछे रीडर स्वीट इज द लोर विथ नेचर से बोलते त नेचर आ बही पत्र लैबोरेटरी सब छाड़ी दियो माने नुए जे तमे करि मत व्हाट ही सेज स्वीट इज द लोर विथ नेचर ब्रिंग्स आवर मेडलिंग इंटेलेक्ट आवर जो इंटेलेक्चुअल हम ट्रेन करछु आवर मेडलिंग इंटेलेक्ट विश शेप्स द ब्यूटीएस फॉर्म्स ऑफ जो कि जिनसा सुंदर साइंस रो जवाब माने मंदार फूल काटन साइंस पिलाटा जब डाइसेक्ट करूची मंदार फूल काटुची बा ह्यूमन एनाटॉमी करूची बेगोटा को काटी के देखुची बेगोटार ब्यूटी कोन बेगोटार लाइफ कोन बा जवाब फूलर जो कलरटा कोन तार सही समय कलर सेंस होची लो व्हाट्स द मिसेस द ब्यूटी ऑफ वी मॉडर्न डाइसेक्ट बेगो को काटी के देखे पे ताको मॉडर्न करूची तब निज को काटी के देखो बेगो में करते हमें कोन बेगोटा लोअर वैल्यू enough of science and art close up those barriers comfort and bring with your heart that what is it तुम्हारा हार्ट सेट दरकार आज मैं बोलते ना माइंड सेट दरकार एटीट्यूड दरकार है ना तर वो एटीट्यूड चेंज करे दरकार ना खाली एटीट्यूड नो एटीट्यूड साथ साथ माइंड सेट स्किल सेट भी चेंज हो तुम्हारा सकाळ उठी की है तमे फील करे उचित तुम सकाळ उठी माइंड तो जानी वाला सकाळ उठी की इच्छा हो से इंटेंस फीलिंग हमारा उठी दरकार तुम्हारा स्किल नहीं सकाळ उठी पानी गरम करे देना के न दवा वाला तो उठी कर डेफिनेटली एनी विजुअली आई एम स्कीपिंग साथी के आई एम स्कीपिंग दिस इज ए लिंक आई एम स्कीपिंग मु खाली लास्ट रे गोटे कथा कहछि रविन्द्रनाथ ए जो वंदे भारत वंदे भारत ट्रेन वंदे भारत ट्रेन एई भारत महामानव सागर रे भारत तीर्थ बोली गोटे कविता लिखिसंती टैगोर से कहउछंती भारत गोटे एते बड़ देश एथिरे केते हिंदू मुसलमान सिख पठान हुन सब ये मोगल केते आसी सब एथे मिसी जाई छै ए कल्चरटा भारतीय परंपरा के सब ये ताको रिजेक्ट कर घटना होछि हमर भारतीय हमें भारतीय कोइ कि हम जदी गर्व करियो त हमें गर्व तो अवश्य उचित किंतु कहउछंती हमें गर्व करी कि हमें इंडिया रे रहि गेले हमनी वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड जो खोला अछि सी भी द्वार खोलछि आम द्वारा भी खोला अछि से कहउछंती गोटे देबे और देबे मिलिबे मिलाबे एही भारतेर महान मानव सागर दिस इंडिया इज लाइक ए ह्यूज ओशन एते समस्त मिसिचंती यार कल्चर होछि दब और नब ये केबे एकसिया सेल्फी से के रखिबनी बा नै जीवनी का राइट मैं फाइनली ओके फाइनली एठी गोटे कथा आ गोटे कोइ कोछि गोटे इकिगाई जस्ट क्विकली 1 और 2 मिनिट्स जापान रो एटा गोटे इकिगाई गोटे कोइ और एठी गोटे जापान रो गोटे कोइ जापानीज आर्ट ऑफ सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन जापान माने विदेशी लोक माने इंडियन जोग को नै तांकर सिस्टम डेवलप करे कि क्रिएट करनी जे एटा हमर जिंस वेयर एज मी फॉरगेट थैंक्स फॉर द इंटरनेशनल जोग डे आर गोइंग I would like to end with this thing, just 1 minute. ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ବହୁତ କଷ୍ଟ କରିକି ଆମେ କରିଥିଲି ହେଲା ଗୋଟେ ଭାରତର ଭାରତରେ my dear friends I know I have taken out of the time गोटे भारत कथा पढ़ी आई एंड विथ दिस सर एठी गोटे विजय पत्नी होते गोटे पिला सुनी गोटे हिंदी रे पढ़ी देले भारत वी हैव टू नो आवर कंट्री वी हैव टू फील फॉर आवर से कोन लेखु जदी देखो भारत राष्ट्र नहीं भारत हूं मैं इतिहास में काल हूं मैं गिरते उठते बनते बिगड़ते हर समय की पहचान हूं मैं संस्कृतियों की परिभाषा हूं मैं नए अंतरिक्ष की खोज हूं मैं तांडव और मंथन का नाद हूं मैं हूं तो असंभव भी है संभव मैं हूं तो शेषनाग के कंठ में भी अमृत है मैं सरस्वती मैं संस्कृत मैं गंगा मैं धरा मैं ही गगन विशाल मैं त्रिनेत्र में त्रिशूल मैं त्रिवेणी हर धारा का कुंभ हूं मैं अध्यात्म मैं विज्ञान में अनुसंधान मैं विधि में विधान मैं तत्व में निर्माण सृष्टि से पहले आकाश से आगे शून्य के भीतर शून्य के बाहर सिर्फ मैं अनंत मैं निरंतर मैं ब्रह्म मैं ब्राह्मण मैं ही प्रश्न मैं ही समाधान ना था जब कुछ तब मैं था ना होगा जब कुछ तब मैं रहूंगा भारत हूं मैं भारत ही रहूंगा आज कल अनंत काल थैंक यू सो मच
is so sweet, so nice. भारतवर्ष जलबुद्धि प्रखंड so आपन कोटि धन्यवाद on behalf of this institute on the house. Thank you so much, sir. Now the time has come to listen our chief guest of this occasion, Professor Padhy sir. He is the representative in the institution, source of education. On behalf of this house, I would like to request Professor Padhy sir to enlighten us. Sir, please. Respected principal of this institute, Professor Bimal Swain, Chief Speaker, esteemed Professor Charan, all the guests of honor, Professor Padhy, Professor Prakash, Dr. and Dr. Malha, Organizing Secretary on the desk, Dr. Thankia, coordinator of this session, and all the members of Organizing Committee, including former principals of this institution, and there are so many principals. And everybody can count, and now I am going to give a long list. Delegates from different parts of the country who have very quickly last night. And here Dr. Padhy from this case from university and Reddy, and students and faculty members of this institute and media persons. So after listening to the keynote address delivered by my friend Professor Charan, we have to deliver a keynote address. Keynote address to open the key to the rest of the sessions. So I expect that his sayings or his versions will be quoted by in most of the sessions, in most of the papers. That is what is called keynote address. I also like to quote. He has started talking about India as Vishwaguru. Not only India will be Vishwaguru, but for some time we have neglected our own traditions, we have neglected our own legacy, but India was Vishwaguru. If we all know about Nalanda and University, they are the universities now we are talking about large and multidisciplinary university. And in fact, these are large and multidisciplinary universities in around 7th century AD, long back. And the students from different parts of the country, they were coming. He has talked about also Swami Vivekananda. I will also add a few names to this deliberations. So, it is said that if you go to, we are discussing this Indian knowledge system in the context of recommendations of NEP 2020. And that is when NEP 2020 came, we tried to revive the Indian knowledge system. But since last more than 2 centuries, we have neglected our Indian knowledge or Indian knowledge system. in our education at any level. And now, our national education policy talks about that the Indian knowledge system should be integrated at all levels of education. At all levels of education. When we are talking of integration, it means that it will not only be taught as a separate subject. Of course, it has to be recommended as a separate subject, Indian knowledge system at a secondary school level, and also that optional elective subject, and also at higher education level. And students, they say, students should be motivated to take a course on Indian knowledge system. So, and it will also say that at least 5% of the total credits will be devoted to Indian knowledge system. Out of the total credits, 5% of the credits. So, he has also made a distinction between Indian knowledge system and the knowledge of India. So when we are talking of Indian knowledge system, it talks about a range of Indian knowledge, including tribal knowledge. Range of Indian knowledge, including tribal knowledge. Because we have tribal folklores. I was there for 8 years in Koraput district, and I have seen there are some tribal women. They are called Deep Pudia, male and female, and they are invited on different occasions, and for continuously 2 to 3 days they will be singing. They will be singing instantly, and very interestingly, 2 persons. And they are not meeting. They will be talking about their tradition, they will be talking about their duties and all. And continuously 3 days. And that talks about the tribal. Therefore, when we are talking of Indian knowledge, we are also adding including tribal knowledge. So when we are talking of Indian knowledge, that is system, a range of knowledge of India, that is since ancient history, and it is because we are not all experts in Indian knowledge system, we are discussing in the context of Indian knowledge system. It is the foundation. We are Vedas. What are the foundations of our Indian knowledge? It talks about 14 vidyas, including Vedanta, Jyotisashastra, Yoga, Gandharva Vidya, Arthashastra, Ayurveda, Mimamsa, Nyaya, like logic and so on. 14 vidyas. Then got 64 kalas. That is Kadambari Bhanavar says a good education consists of 64 kalas. That means 64 skills, social kalas. And also in Bhagavad Gita, it also said about 64 kalas. Lord Krishna was having 16 kalas. Sri Radha was having 16 kalas. Krishna's 8 kalas and Radha 16 kalas. So that Kadambari, in Bhanavar, he has told about 64 kalas. That not only talks about this Natya Shastra or music and Bhadya Shastra, etc. That also talks about physics, chemistry, astronomy, biology, medicine, and all 64 kalas. And thus I was searching over that. And 18 Vidyasthanas. 18 Vidyasthanas, somewhere also I found it 14 Vidyasthanas. 14 Vidyasthanas means that schools of learning. And or you can say branches, 18 branches of knowledge. We are not going to discuss about what are the 18 branches of knowledge, and all the branches of knowledge we are taught in Nalanda and Taxila. Or actually, Nalanda and Taxila, all these 18 or 14 schools of learning we are there. So, see, we have he has given some examples. So we cannot give so many examples because so many will take so much of time. We also talk about Pathan Samudra of Noida district, Pathan Samudra. So he was a great astronomer, and with those things he could measure the height of thieves and distance of Earth, distance between the Earth and the Moon, Earth and Sun. So you see, and that surpassed without following a European or Western technique, only with two sticks, and he is said to be a naked eye astronomer, without any telescope. So that is one, and he has also written Sidharth. He is not also very old, like in early, or we can say early 19th, about some 200 or so years. And also, Professor Sahu was telling about Susruta. He was the father of surgery, and the plastic surgery, which is said to be a modern technique or technology, and he was father of surgery and plastic surgery, Susruta, in 600 BC. 600 BC, you can imagine, more than 3,000 years ago, he has told about surgery. And you know, Lilavati is a great mathematician, the daughter of Bhaskaracharya. He was also a great mathematician. Lilavati was also a great mathematician. And in that context, that is 12th century AD. And regarding Lilavati, we are talking about now Lilavati is very mathematician. Once, let me tell the story. The mathematics teacher, she was a student. When she was a school student, the teacher was giving some mathematical problem. And teacher explained that we should follow some steps of mathematics. But when the teacher gives a mathematics problem, immediately Lilavati gives the answer. And she was scoring very less marks because she was not following the steps of mathematics. So one of the teacher thought, how this girl is giving this answer quickly, very fast, correct answer, and every time is correct. Then she asked, the teacher asked, how did you do that? And she told the method. So that therefore now we are talking about the Lilavati Sutra, that is there. And you can say in 20th century, Satyabadi, he was called the human computer. Now we are talking about computer. Computer calculates very fast. With the computer calculations, mathematical calculations in statistics or mathematics. And Satyabadi was called a human computer. He was faster than computer. So can you imagine? And we also know that the contribution of India is zero, that is by Aryabhatta. Zero is not nothing. Zero is said to be nothing, but it has a great value. And when zero is added, at the right side, it is the value of any number. And this is Aryabhatta in 476 AD. So you can see 2000 years back. And so these are some of the also Brahmin
astrologer was in 550 AD around Gujarat or in Madhya Pradesh, in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So these are some of the knowledge, examples of knowledge, and when taken together, it is said to be Indian knowledge. And when we are talking about the foundation of Indian knowledge, foundation of Indian knowledge, and I can say that your Vedas, whole Vedas, and which have been reflected also in Sanatana Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, Sanatana culture. Although that has English origin, Sanatana Dharma, that is called also Vedic religion. That is 6,000 years old. Sanatana Dharma is 6,000 years old. Veda and Sanatana culture or Sanatana Dharma that talks about way of life. Maybe people belonging to other religions they may not accept, but that talks about the way of life. And one example which happens in also tribal culture, Ishta Devata. Ishta Devata is also there in Sanatana Dharma. So what is Ishta Devata? Personal date, personality. And when I talked about this Victorian, when they will be discussing, they will be singing, and I asked to see two women are singing, not on that is not written, or they have no eating, or they are very illiterate, but they will be continuously in the same pace, So they will be talking about Surya, they will be talking about moon, they will be talking about trees, they will be talking about forest, they will be talking about sky. So this is what is the culture of Ishta Devata. That is also derived, tribal culture is also derived from your Sanatana culture or Sanatana. So Ishta Devata, it says, personal acts like animals, trees, they worship, and our Sanatana Dharma accept diversity. Accept diversity means any faith, any religion. So that is a emphasis on virtuous life, living a virtuous life and ethical life, and respecting all living beings of all sects and non-violence spirituality. And it is not a dharma in traditional sense. It is not like in traditional sense some kind of religion. And that is our treasure of knowledge. It is there in Sanatana Dharma. That is there now. Talking about why Indian knowledge? Why Indian knowledge? First one is we have to preserve and revive our culture. Preserve and revive our culture or our tradition. So historically, our knowledge, Indian knowledge, has been marginalized. I have told about 2 centuries. We have forgotten to improve Indian knowledge in our curriculum, whether at school level or after. And only very recently that we are talking about Indian knowledge system, and in that context we are going through the text. We might have gone because text and collected is a very process. In fact, when we are discussing about who is the hero planet, I suggested Professor basis would be the right person. The process is the female student, we know. So we have given a very broad idea about that. So Indian then come to holistic education. We are around holistic education. Holistic education has been told by Mahatma Gandhi. Holistic education has been told by all the education, Indian and also Western education. And another thing is global relevance. Global relevance. Now yoga
International Yoga Day is celebrated recently, 10th International Yoga Day. Yoga has become internationally accepted, and I think more people in yoga. I visited South when I was the director of Sankar Institute of Vocational Education at Bhopal, and the principal of Bhopal, and we visited South Korea. And many people of South Korea, they were Japanese. And she was teaching one professor was teaching us Kapalbhati and all that. So, yoga is not done in India only. Yoga is now internationally acclaimed. It was made popular by our BHANJANAGAR, our Prime Minister, and also Ayurveda. They are also using Ayurveda. Ayurveda is not, we are talking about our knowledge, but Indian knowledge, Ayurveda. And Vedic mathematics is also taught in foreign universities, Vedic mathematics. So, this is one. And coming to the implementation strategy, how to implement it. Only because of the constraint of time and so many speakers are there, we will be briefly telling its implementation, like the curriculum development. So, when we are talking about curriculum development, historically I have only integration approach. But integration approach is only integrated across curricular subjects, curricular activities, Indian knowledge. And for that we need to do extensive research. And now many research centers have been opened in Indian university, central university. Research on Indian knowledge. Because now the time has come to connect to research. So that is there. And we have also trained our teachers. See, please don't mind. When I was in Syria, on Sunday, I see all these schools are closed. You will not find any taxi, no shops are open, nothing. Because they go to church. And in church, they organize classes for different levels. For primary level children, for secondary level children, for women, for old people, and the students with all well dressed, they will be carrying their Bible and they will be going. And classes will be held that day. That means just think of any student or our students, small children, they have seen Gita or Bhagavad or Quran, like Ramayana and Mahabharata. These are the treasure of Indian knowledge. They are part of Indian knowledge system. So, and I have also attended some church. They teach verses. Literally, they take the classes, discussion board, lecture, discussion that. So. But when we are talking about this is better, which is the foundation of Indian knowledge system that many of us have not seen yet. And now we are trying to see what is there in better after and we have to see resource mobilization. Now Government of India is focusing on that and also allocating resources for developing textbooks, for developing resource materials, and pedagogy, textbooks, resource materials, kind of things. And the digital contents now are created by research institutes and IPS in different universities. So similarly, revival of Sanskrit and classical language. You see, in language formula, now they have added that students will be motivated to take Sanskrit, to study Sanskrit. So, because most of the Indian knowledge is written either in Sanskrit or Pali. So, like in religion, like Mohammedan religion, Muslim, they that Quran is written in Urdu. So, their children, they go to masjid to learn Urdu from the very beginning. Then I asked one of my friends why he is going, because he is going that without Urdu he cannot study this Quran. So we neglected so interdisciplinary research has to be conducted. Then coming to because time is very less for us, and I want to only tell you that one UGC guideline, UGC has developed one guideline for informal marriage cases, and that is only in 2023. Last year, UGC has developed a guideline how to implement or integrate Indian knowledge system in our education, not only at the school level, but at all levels of education, and that has been done through a special committee, an expert committee. They say, and they have developed some general guidelines. I am not going to discuss that. They have also developed some guidelines for Indian knowledge system courses for PG program, separate guideline for postgraduate program, and guidelines for Indian knowledge system in Sanskrit and Indian language universities, and guidelines for PG programs. So they have also developed some prototype courses on Indian knowledge system. You can go through that guideline that is available in Government of India website that is available. These guidelines are there, and how to implement that all there. But I do not want to explain all these because of time constraints. So thank you. Now, this the basic purpose of the seminar should be that our students and teachers should be encouraged before the government develops textbooks and all that. We should try to search. It is explained that many of us not have gone through in detail or have not thought seriously, because that is seriously neglected in our current education system for many long years. And in order to integrate, we have to revamp our curriculum at all levels of education, and that will take time. But through the seminars, conferences, workshops like this, we should be motivated that before it comes in a formal way, we have to go through that. So this I thank you, all the principal staff and all the respected organizing committee members and our students and organizing committee for giving me this opportunity on telling on this issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. In short time, your enlightened talk actually you will remember forever. Your described content and pedagogical perspective from Indian standpoint, which is very essential. Thank you so much, sir, from the core of my heart on behalf of this house. Now the time has come to listen our guest of honor, esteemed Professor S.K. Tripathi, sir, Senior Regional Director from Regional Center Bhubaneswar. Sir, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to all of you. Esteemed Principal of the Training College, KSUB, BHANJANAGAR, Professor Sahu, Chief Speaker, Professor Nityanand Pradhan, Chief Guest, Professor Swain, Director Research and Extension, Professor Patron, President of All India Education Society, Organizing Secretary Dr. Satyabadi, and all the eminent officers sitting in front of me. It is indeed a unique opportunity for all of us to discuss and deliberate upon one of the most important topics, that is Indian knowledge system. We all know that Government of India has opened this cell, IKY cell, Indian Knowledge System cell, in the ministry, just to promote Indian knowledge system and to encourage our young learners to read what kind of knowledge base India had and what kind of benefit it is giving and it is going to give in the years to come. So it is the responsibility of all of us, all the stakeholders who are engaged in the distance education system, to understand fully the Indian knowledge system and to promote the system for development of our country and for our own development. So when we talk of today's seminar, there are three important terms which is coming to our mind. One is the integration, the other one is knowledge, and the third one is transformation. You all know, because you all are eminent scholars, those who are sitting in the first one or two benches, and my young friends, those who are sitting on the back benches. You all know that change is the law of nature. Things are changing very fast. And we are part and parcel of this great change. And you see, if we want to bring changes in every system that we see in front of us, we must have to change our educational system. And to change the educational system or to Indianize the educational system, to bring out desirable change, this IKY, Indian knowledge system, has been integrated or it is going to be integrated in the curriculum. And it is one of the most important things that is going to happen, which you are going to see in the coming future, in the coming days. So, you see, we all are, those who are engaged in the teaching learning institutions, we all are hankering after knowledge. What is knowledge after all? Knowledge is nothing but information processing, facts, information and skills required to experience. And everybody is constantly striving hard to acquire maximum amount of knowledge for one's own development and for the societal development, which will contribute for national development. And you see, it is a constant flow. It is a constant flow. And it is flowing since time immemorial. And there comes Indian knowledge system. Indian knowledge system is, how many years back? It is already, it is integrated in our system, in every system which is available at present. In our education system, in our administration, in health sciences, in Ayurveda, in engineering, every sectors that you see, you will find the trace of Indian knowledge system. There is influence, there is reflections of Indian knowledge system. But it is to be refined, it is to be fine-tuned, so that the maximum benefit comes and our country, our nation gets developed. That should be the thrust. We all know that, when the knowledge is processed, or when the information is processed, we get knowledge. Whatever information we get, you see, we do not get information only from the books. We get information from all around, whatever we see in front of us. Isn't it? we are, our environment is the best teacher. Our environment is the best giver of knowledge, best giver of the information. And when we process the information that we experience in our day-to-day life, that becomes knowledge. And when we practice that knowledge, that becomes wisdom. That becomes wisdom. And you see, wisdom doesn't come just like that. It takes years together. It takes rigorous work, rigorous exercise, rigorous hard work, tremendous hard work to get wise or to get wisdom. So everybody's objective be get wisdom, not simply knowledge. And you see, simply getting knowledge is not sufficient. We must have to extend the knowledge. And knowledge extension consists in the investigation of things. When things are investigated, knowledge is extended. When knowledge is extended, the mind is elevated. When mind is elevated, the personal life is deepened. When personal life is deepened, the family will be regulated. When family is regulated, the state will be in order. When state will be in order, when the state is in order, there will be peace on earth. That is what we want. We want to bring peace. We want to bring, fellow feeling, goodwill among all the mankind, which is living in this planet. And that's what the objective of every one of us. And that is precisely the reason why our government is trying to incorporate Indian knowledge system in the curriculum, starting from the primary level to higher education level. And it becomes our responsibility. The government cannot do anything single-handedly. We have to contribute, we all have to join hands and take it forward, take this particular vision forward, so that we will see new changes in every sphere of life. Friends, now the world is borderless. No doubt we say this is Bharat, Pakistan border, this is Afghanistan border, or this border, or that. But truly speaking, there is no border. So it is borderless world. It is globalized, and it is fast changing and competitive. Every nation is competing with others. If something new is invented in Japan, next day, America is trying something new on that particular thing and invented something else. So competition is very fast. So also in education. And if we want to thrive, if India has to thrive, India has to do tremendous work. All our intellectual community must do hard work and present themselves in such a manner that they will be a part of this competitive world. And the entire world is now driven by science and technology. No doubt we are talking about Indian knowledge system, which is the base of which is our Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, isn't it? And all our mythological scriptures. But all those things will have a different kind of base altogether if we want to incorporate in the present day curriculum. Because the present day curriculum gets maximum kind of intervention of science and technology. So how, by introducing or with the help of science and technology, this Indian knowledge system can be brought to limelight, can be given to the mankind, so that it will touch everybody's heart and something new will come out. New thought system can be generated. That we must have to think and decide. We are the drivers of the change. You see, who is driving this particular world? It is driven by science and technology, and science and technology invented by humans. We teachers, the scientists, the engineers, the doctors, isn't it? And the professionals who are working in different professions, they are trying their level best and they are trying to make changes. And these changes are inevitable. It is a constant. It's just like a stream. It is flowing from time immemorial, and it will continue to flow like this. And you see, whatever we have seen in the past is non-existent today. And whatever we are seeing today, I think you will get something new in the coming days. So it will go on like this because this is the law of nature. And you see, friends, lot of things are there on the shoulders of the teachers. Because teachers are the backbone of the nation, and behind every development, behind every invention and discovery, there is the hand of a teacher. So we must have to strengthen the hand of the teachers first by strengthening the teacher training institutions like KSUB, Teacher Training College. So this is one of the biggest responsibility. Then we must have to change the learning methods, our style of teaching. The chalk and chalk methods are gone. Majority of you must be using electronic boards, your mobile telephones, and many sophisticated electronic gadgets. And all those things are going to be going to deliver tremendously for all of us. So we must have to accept the reality. Then we must have to change the learning environment also. Now, the classroom is not the only place to which you can impart training or which you can impart learning. The entire world is our learning ground. When we are traveling, when you are talking to our friends, when you are talking to our family members, when you are interacting with the societal members, we are learning. Learning is a constant activity. It is a continuous activity. So we should not we should not consider that this classroom is the only place from where we can learn. We should consider every place in which we are there as our classroom, as our learning ground, isn't it? So that way we must have to prepare ourselves and proceed. And when we are talking about knowledge, dissemination of knowledge, I was talking to you, is very important. Simply acquiring knowledge and keeping it within yourself is not sufficient. So it must have to be, the acquired knowledge must have to be disseminated. You see, there is a well. And in that well, you find water. If you take one bucket of water, does it fall short of one bucket of water? It doesn't fall short. The same amount of water gets poured in the well. So our knowledge system, our knowledge base is like this. We must have to understand this particular thing and go on giving. Go on giving. Whatever we know, let us pass it on to others so that others will also learn. And that way it will have a multiplier effect. It will go on like this, and the new amount of knowledge or information that we have will be known to everybody. So that kind of spirit, that kind of ideology we must have, and we grow ourselves, and at the same time we must let others also grow. So that is called growing together. Then creation of new knowledge. How to create new knowledge? You can create new knowledge by research. And you all know the kind of infrastructure available in the present day higher education institutions for research. So we must have to give emphasis on doing research on various fields. I am not only talking to you or telling you that on a particular field you go on doing research maximum. In every field of knowledge, because there are so many branches of knowledge, so in every branch of knowledge, research must be conducted rigorously, and interest must be created among the researchers by giving funds, by encouraging learners, or by various other means. So that way we must have to create the research base also, through which we can create new knowledge, and that will be useful for social transformation. You are talking about national transformation, and that is going to help a lot, isn't it? Knowledge is not for, this research work is not for publicity paper. We are researching, we are doing research, not just publishing a book or publishing a paper. It is for development of the nation. So the benefit of it must go to others. We must let others know what is the essence of this particular research. So that is very important. Extension of knowledge, creation of knowledge, and dissemination of knowledge. And friends, you see, when we talk of Indian knowledge system, and when we talk of higher education, integrating Indian knowledge system in higher education, one thing comes to my mind. When I talked to Dr. Bimal Swain, so he said, Dr. Shah, why can't you speak something about distance learning? Because recently, Indira Gandhi National Open University, which is offering programs through distance mode of teaching and learning, has started offering many programs on Indian knowledge system. Do you know, yesterday, I have got a notification from Keynote that MA in Bhagavad Gita. Have you ever heard this kind of a program in any university? MA in Bhagavad Gita. And I am starting that particular program from our university from this July admission cycle, from tomorrow onwards. There will be a big advertisement on that. We have master degree in astrology, again Indian knowledge system. Then we have Jyotish Shastra. We have MA in Sanskrit. Saral Sanskrit both. There is a program in Saral Sanskrit both, because in Sanskrit you will get a lot of things. It is a storehouse of knowledge, you see. So all these things are deliberated upon. You are talking about Charan, then Susruta, Panini, all these things are there in Sanskrit. So when you offer a program on Sanskrit, automatically all these things will come and it will pass on to the next generation. So we are offering that. So I wanted to tell you that I think my university is the first to adopt this particular concept, integrating Indian knowledge system for transformation of our nation. And we are doing that in collaboration with whom? In collaboration with Central Sanskrit University, Central Sanskrit Sansthan. We have collaboration with Jagannath Sanskrit University, Puri, and we have collaboration with Sadasiv Campus, Central Sanskrit University, which is located in Puri. And I have set up a study center over there in Central Sanskrit University, Sadasiv Campus, and started offering all these programs. There are 6-7 programs which is purely based on Indian knowledge system there. So friends, it is a nice thing. Let all the institutions which are operating within the boundary of our country start these programs, and inform them, tell them the newness, the novelty of Indian knowledge system. Because our knowledge system is very strong, isn't it? Our knowledge base is very strong. And because you see, in ancient times, from east to west, people used to come to India to learn. India was a Vishwaguru once upon a time. But due to some reason or the other, for quite some time, India lagged behind. But now again it is trying to become a Vishwaguru, and that will happen. That will happen provided we all work together concertedly and take our mission forward. So I should not speak much because I had a pen drive also to give a presentation, but time is very short. So some other day I will definitely come down and talk to you once again. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much for your enlightening talk, content, pedagogy, to transfer, promote and preserve our cultural heritage and internationalize Indian system of education. Thank you very much sir. तो दिल में जज्बा और होठों पर मुस्कान हो, दिल में जज्बा और होठों पर मुस्कान हो, पसीना मेहनत का और कदमों में आसमान हो। कुछ और तमन्ना नहीं है मेरे दिल में, कुछ और तमन्ना नहीं है मेरे दिल में, बस जैसा चाहता हूँ वैसा ही मेरा जहां हूँ, बस जैसा चाहता हूँ वैसा ही मेरा जहां हूँ। I would like to request Madam Sir Sureka Sundari Swain Madam to enlighten us by her blessings.
जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ. Okay. At first, I bow down to my Lord Jagannath. I bow down to my Guru, Paramahansa Prakash Maharaj. I bow down to the son of the soil. Upendra Bhaja, the great patriot and poet of this soil. I bow down to all the dignitaries, those who are sitting on the dais and feeling the presence of the Almighty Lord on you. I bow down to you all. I can speak in English, but I prefer to speak in Odia because I love my motherland and my mother tongue also. Speaking in English is not a very difficult thing. It's not that you speak in English and you feel proud that my child is speaking in English, but they don't understand Odia. So I prefer to speak in Odia. मातृभूमि मातृभाषा ममता जहाँ जनमी ना ताकू जदि ज्ञानी गढ़े गढ़ा अज्ञानी रही कहीं हृदय भाषा को परिप्रकाश करने एनईपी कथा आम कहूचे एनईपी कौन कहला मातृभाषा इंजीनियरिंग मेडिकल शिक्षा को दिया दरकार किंतु आम कौन करुचे आम पिला को इंग्लिश रे कहले वी फील वेरी प्राउड whenever we talk of India knowledge system, जेतेबेला में India शब्द आउ नाही, thanks to मोदी जी, भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा, भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा कथा जदि कहिबा, हमको जीवाक पड़िबो वेद को, भारतर ज्ञान वेद रे रहिछि वेद को केही मनुष्य सृष्टि करि नाहंती ईश्वर द्वारा सृष्टि है ब्रह्मांड द्वारा सृष्टि है सेल्फ क्रिएटेड पृथ्वी रे कोनोसी जगह रे आपण देखिबे नै कोनोसी धर्म रे नाही जे शून्य सृष्टि है जो शब्द पंडा किंतु दुखर कथा अनुतापर कथा आमे भारतीय ज्ञान विज्ञान रे कथा कहिला बेले केते मुस्लिम पिला छथि हाथ देखिबे हो ठीक अछि कहबे मुस्लिम धर्मग्रंथर ना कोन ख्रीष्ट धर्मग्रंथर ना कोन हिंदू धर्मग्रंथर ना कोन with very heart I say Bhagavad Gita is not the Hindu dharma Veda is the Hindu dharma because of the Indian knowledge system we are talking of आम देश को जो माने शासन कले आम जो शिक्षा व्यवस्था दे गले they have spoiled our system of education जोथि पाइली आमे माने समस्त हिंदू हेथिले भी हिंदू धर्म ग्रंथर ना जानि कि हम क्रिश्चियन धर्म ग्रंथ ना जानि बौद्ध धर्म ग्रंथर ना जानि मुस्लिम धर्म ग्रंथर ना जानि किंतु हिंदू धर्म ग्रंथ केते जण वेद को देखि जदि हाथ लगिबे हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव सीन वेद जणे किजो केते जण पढिबा पई चेष्टा करथि चेष्टा करते जाने के मु भी चेष्टा करते से चेष्टा नहीं वो घर को वेद को रखि देखि चेष्टा करी बहुत कृष्ण वेद कृष्ण थिला बोली कि तार उपनिषद सृष्टि है भारतीय ज्ञान जो रही विज्ञान जो रही जहां किछि जो साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी का कार्य में कहूते सब ऋग्वेद जेते साइंस जेते टेक्नोलॉजी एवरीथिंग इज देयर इन ऋग्वेद और तो अपन माने कल्चर का अपन माने तापर कहि भारतीय ज्ञान विज्ञान कथा भारतीय ज्ञान कथा जते बेला में कहू ज्ञान विज्ञान एवं जीवन दर्शन तीनोटी आधार करके देछि किंतु आमे हम पिला को पढेले इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल को जो माने आमे पढु आकले मिनिट्स आकले आसिकरी भारत वर्ष रे सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन दे देगा कोर्स आसिकरी इंग्लैंड रे डिस्कस करते कोर्स डिस्कस करी पढुचे सेंट जोसेफ has nothing contribution those who spoil our education system ame tanko nare Saint Joseph हमको स्कूल खोलिकरी हम पिला को पढिकरी गवर्नमेंट भक्त को पिला इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल रे पढु मो छिया को जदी को कहबी 67 से को केता सेडा 67 she is getting 67 she is understanding but she is not understanding तेणु भारतीय संस्कृति परंपरा ज्ञान विज्ञान पृथ्वी रे विरल आमे जहां आदि करूचे अमक समक जिनिस को उद्भावन करते एरोप्लेन है रेल इंजन है हमारा सब भारत सृष्टि है भाई कहउतले चरक कथा बागभट कथा सुश्रुतଙ୍କ କଥା ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କହୁଛୁ ଅପରେସନ ଓପନ ହାର୍ଟ ସର୍ଜରୀ କରିକି ସୁଶ୍ରୁତ ବାଉଁଶ ପାତିଆକୁ ଅସ୍ତ୍ର କରିକି ପଥରକୁ ଖୋରିକି ଜୀବନ୍ତ ଅପରେସନ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଆମେ ଭୁଲିଗଲେ ଆମେ କହିଲୁ ଅପରେସନ ଆସିଲା ବାହାରେ କୋଉଠି ନା ଘରେ ଯିବା। ବାଗଫାଟ ଋଷି ଯେତିକି ଔଷଧ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଆୟୁର୍ବେଦରେ କୌଣସି ଧର୍ମରେ ନାହିଁ କି କୌଣସି ଶାସ୍ତ୍ର ନାହିଁ କୌଣସି ଫରେନ୍ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ ନାହିଁ। ଆମେ ଆମ ସଂସ୍କୃତିକୁ ଭୁଲିଗଲୁ। ଆମର ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ପିଢ଼ିକୁ ଆମେ କିଛି ଦେଇନୁ। ଦେଇଛୁ କଣ ନା ଏ ଫର୍ ଆପଲ୍ as if there is nothing other than apple. Be for bad or bad. ଆମେ ଦେଇପାରିଲେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆମର ସଂସ୍କୃତି ଆମର ପରମ୍ପରା ଆମର ମୂଲ୍ୟବୋଧ ଭାଇ ମାନେ ଏମିତି ଆମେ ସେମିନାର କରିବା ଆମେ ଏମିତି କନଫରେନ୍ସ କରିବା ଆମେ ଏମିତି ପବ୍ଲିକେସନ କରିବା ଭାଇ ଆଜ୍ଞା 20ଟା PhD 25ଟା PhD ପ୍ରଡ୍ୟୁସ କରନ୍ତୁ 100 ପବ୍ଲିକେସନ କରନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ଜୀବନ ଦର୍ଶନ ପାଇଁ ବଞ୍ଚିବା ପାଇଁ ସେ ପାଠ ନ ଲାଗିଲା ସେ ପାଠର କୌଣସି ମୂଲ୍ୟ ନାହିଁ। ସମାଜ ପାଇଁ ଯଦି ରହିଲା ଏ ଯୋଉ ଭଦ୍ର ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ମାନେ ବସିଛନ୍ତି ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଟିଚର୍ସ if they are not relevant for the society for the nation for the country ତାର ଭାରତୀୟ ଶିକ୍ଷା ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥାରେ ରହି ଯାଇଛି ଉଣା। थैंक्स एनईपି 2020 के चेष्टा କରିଛି କମ ସେ କମ ସବୁ କିଛି ଶିଖେଇବା ପାଇଁ ସାମଗ୍ରିକ ଭାବରେ ଶିକ୍ଷା ଦେବା ପାଇଁ। ନାଳନ୍ଦା ତକ୍ଷଶିଳା ବିଶ୍ୱବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟ ଥିଲା ସାରା ବିଶ୍ୱର ଲୋକମାନେ ଆସିକି ପାଠ ପଢୁଥିଲେ ଭାରତ ବର୍ଷରେ। ଆପଣମାନେ ଯାଇକି ଥରେ ନାଳନ୍ଦାକୁ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ କପନ ସ୍ତୂପ ପଡିଛି ବିହାରରେ। ମୁଁ ବିମଳ କହୁଥିଲେ ତୁମ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପାଲ ଯେ ମହାତ୍ମା ଗାନ୍ଧୀ ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟିର ସିଣ୍ଡିକେଟ ମେମ୍ବର ହିସାବରେ ଯାଇଥିଲି ନାଳନ୍ଦା ତକ୍ଷଶିଳା ବୁଲିଲା ବେଳେ ଲକ୍ଷ ଲକ୍ଷ ବହି ଯୋଉ ବହି ବିଷୟରେ କହୁଛି ଯୋଉ ଅଧ୍ୟୟନ ବିଷୟରେ ଜଳେଇ ଦିଆଗଲା। ମାସ ମାସ ଧରିକି ଜଳିଲା ସେ ବହି ସବୁ ଆମେ ରକ୍ଷା କରିପାରିଲେନି ଆମର ପରମ୍ପରାକୁ। ଆଜିର ଦିନରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେଇଆ ଚାଲିଛି। ଜଣେ ପିଲା ଯଦି ମଦ୍ରାସାରେ ପଢୁଛି ସିଏ କୋରାନ ପଢିବ ଉର୍ଦ୍ଦୁ ଶିଖିବ। ଜଣେ ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନ ପିଲା ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚରେ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ଯିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମର ହିନ୍ଦୁ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆମର କୌଣସି ଧର୍ମ ଗ୍ରନ୍ଥ ପଢିବା ପାଇଁ କି ସ୍କୁଲରେ ମନା। ଆମେ କେମିତି ବଞ୍ଚେଇବା ଆମର ସଂସ୍କୃତିକୁ ଆମର ପରମ୍ପରାକୁ ଆମର ମୂଲ୍ୟବୋଧକୁ? ଆମର ରାମାୟଣ ମହାଭାରତ ଗ୍ରନ୍ଥ ହେଉଛି ଆମର ଶିକ୍ଷାର ମୂଳ ଆଧାର ମୂଳ ପିଣ୍ଡ। ଭଗବତ ଗୀତା ହେଲା ଆମର ମୂଳ ପିଣ୍ଡ ଯୋଉଥିରେ ଜୀବନ ବଞ୍ଚିବାର କଳା ସବୁ କିଛି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି 18ଟା ଅଧ୍ୟାୟ ଭିତରେ। ଆମର ଯୋଉ ହନୁମାନ ଚାଳିଶା ଆପଣ ମାନେ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଭାଇ ଭାଇରେ କହୁଥିଲି ଯୁଗ ସହସ୍ର ଯୋଜନ ପରେ ବାହାରୁ ଲିଲ୍ୟ ଥାଇ ମଧୁର ପ୍ରଜନ। ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିକି ନାସା କହୁଛି କେତେ ଦୂରରେ ଗ୍ରହ ନକ୍ଷତ୍ର ଅଛନ୍ତି। ପଠାଣି ସାମନ୍ତ ବାଉଁଶ ମଳାରେ ଦେଖିଲେ ଆଉ ସହସ୍ର ଯୋଜନ କେତେ ହଉଛି। ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇସ୍ରୋର ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଷ୍ଟ ମାନେ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଯାନକୁ ଛାଡିବା ପାଇଁ ଗଲେ ଶଙ୍କରାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କୁ ଡାକିଲେ। କାହିଁକି ଡାକିଲେ? ଭଗବତ ଗୀତାରେ ଲେଖା ଅଛି ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କର ଗତି କେତେରୁ କେତେ ପୃଥିବୀ ଠାରୁ କେତେ ଦୂରରେ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଅବସ୍ଥିତ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ର କେତେ ଦୂରରେ ଅବସ୍ଥିତ। ଆପଣମାନେ ପଢନ୍ତୁ ଗୀତାକୁ ଟିକେ କେବେ ଯାଇ ଜାଣିବେ। ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ ନଲେଜ ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଥିଓରିଟି ବସି ବସିକି ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ପାସ୍ କରିକି ଗଲେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ ନଲେଜ ସିଷ୍ଟମ କେବେ ପରିସୃଷ୍ଟ ହେଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ। ଆମର ମୂଲ୍ୟବୋଧ ଆମର ସଂସ୍କୃତି ଆମର ପରମ୍ପରା ଆମର ଶିକ୍ଷା ଆମର ଦୀକ୍ଷା ସବୁ ବିକିରି ଦେଇକି ପେଟେଣ୍ଟ କରିସାରିଲେଣି ଫରେନ୍ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ। ସାରି ଆଇକା ଗାଇ କଥା କହିଲେ କହୁଥିଲେ ଜାପାନିଜ। ଆମର ଯୋଗ ଆମର ଆୟୁର୍ବେଦ ଆମର ପ୍ରାଣାୟାମ ତାକୁ ଅନ୍ୟ ନାଁରେ ଦେଇକି ପେଟେଣ୍ଟ କରିକି ଫରେନ୍ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ ବିକ୍ରି ହେଉଛି। ମୁଁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ 64 ବର୍ଷ 62 63 ବର୍ଷରେ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଯାଇକି ସ୍କୁଲ କଲେଜରେ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଗ ସେଣ୍ଟର ଖୋଲିକି ଶିକ୍ଷା ଦଉଛି ଫ୍ରି ଅଫ୍ କଷ୍ଟ 5.5 ରୁ 7.5। ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ପ୍ରେରଣା କିଛି ମଣିଷ ବଢିବାର ଚେଷ୍ଟା ଚଲେଇଛି। ବଢନ୍ତୁ ନହେଲେ ଆଉ କିଛି ଦିନ ପରେ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କୁ କେହି ପଚାରିବେ ନାହିଁ। ୟୁ ୱିଲ୍ ନଟ୍ ବି ରିଲେଭେଣ୍ଟ ଫର ଦ ସୋସାଇଟି। ଆମେ ଜନ୍ମ ହେଇଲେ କେବଳ ଖାଇ ପିଇ କୋଠା ବାଡ଼ି ଗାଡ଼ି କରିକି ଶାଢ଼ୀ ପିନ୍ଧିକି ମରିବା ପାଇଁ। वी हैव कम टू दिस वर्ल्ड टू डू समथिंग। अरे जेबे जन्म ହେଇଛେ ଈଶ୍ୱରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ କଥା ଦେଇକି ଆସିଲେ ପ୍ରଭୁ ଆମେ ଯାଉଛୁ କିଛି କରିବା ପାଇଁ। ଆପଣଙ୍କ କଥା ରକ୍ଷା କରିବେ। ଯେତେବେଳେ ମା ଗର୍ଭକୁ ଆସିଲେ ଭୁଲି ଗଲେ ଯେବେ ଜନ୍ମ ହେଇଛେ ସେବେ ଟିକେଟ କାଟିକି ଆସିକି ରିଜର୍ଭେସନ ଟିକେଟ ଅଲରେଡି ବୁକ୍ ଫେରିବାକୁ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ହେବ। ତେଣୁ ଯେତିକି ଦିନ ବଞ୍ଚିଛେ ସତ୍କର୍ମ କରିବା ନିଜକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇବା ସମାଜକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇବା ଦେଶକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇବା ଭାଷାକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇବା ସଂସ୍କୃତିକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇବା ପରମ୍ପରାକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇବା। ଆମେ ପ୍ରାଣାୟାମ ବୋଲି କହୁଛେ ଡାକ୍ତରମାନେ ପ୍ରାଣାୟାମ କହିବେ ବହୁତ ପାପ ଲାଗିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ଫରେନ୍ करके कोन करना ब्रीथिंग एक्सरसाइज करନ୍ତୁ आपण को भाई 2 मिनिट आपण बसकर प्राणायाम करि पाइबे देखନ୍ତୁ कोन डिफरेंस 2 मिनिट ओनली अनुलोम विलोम प्राणायाम 2 मिनिट बंद करिवे आपण को केमते लागुछ आपण कहि पाइबे किंतु हमको सिखाइले से हम स्कूल कॉलेज से पाठ पढेले आमे योग कथा कहले हम कोन करू जे जिम की जाउ कसरत करू योग करबा पे हम के समय ना सार कहउथिले केमिति जाउथि गोटे झियो को देखौथिले आपण माने देखबे आखि बिलिकि कहउछि के कोन किंति कोन करूछि कोन नै केमिति कहउछि मेडिटेशन करूथिले मेडिटेशन करबा द्वारा हमर जो सप्त चक्र अछि खोलिबो एक्टिवेट होबो तापर तुमर तृतीय नयन खोलिबो एवं तुमे माने भी मध्य जानि देबो कोठी कोन घटुछि के कोन कहउछि के कोन करूछि बोली एटा होछि हमर इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम जदि हम प्रकृतर भारत को भलपा हम पिलामान को भलपा ताले हम पिलामान को संस्कृति सिखेबा पड़ो रामायण कथा सिखे पड़ो छोट काटी के कोइ शेष करी अधिक कविवर आवश्यकता नहीं केंद्र भंडारी माटीर पुत्र रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर पाइले नोबेल प्राइज 16 शताब्दी रे जन्म ग्रहण करथिले चिंता करନ୍ତୁ भंज जंगल किछि नाही से समय जो काव्य लिखिले से अनन्य किंतु से नोबेल प्राइज पाई पारले नहीं आपण माने भी से अनेक ज्ञान थाई किछु कोडी परिचय पाई पारबे नहीं अनलेस एंड अनटिल यू शोकेस योर नॉलेज आमर एठी ज्ञान अभाव नहीं प्रतिभा अभाव नहीं किंतु ताको परिचय दबा पे की प्लेटफॉर्म दरकार चेष्टा करबा दरकार यदि चेष्टा न करबो केही आसी मोमेंट पाई बले पिला नहीं सेति भाई हम चेष्टा करबा पड़िबो आम पिला को रामायण विषय कहबा पड़िबो आमर शिक्षा व्यवस्था भीतर रामायण पढ़िबा दरकार जो दर्शन जो त्याग जो भक्ति आमर फैमिली भीतर आमे आत्मकेंद्रिक कहि आम भीतर स्वार्थ रही एतिकी टिके स्वार्थ पे अनरे एडवड करत करबा के पछो काई कि आमे से मूल्यबोध काम पिला सिखै पाले ना गोटे कथा कहि रामायण कथा काहे कि पिलामान को रामायण देखला गोटे सर मा कहि केई सोइचंदी राति रे अर्धरात्रि तांको सुविधा छात पर के जने चाहुचंती चाहे देखते श्रुति कीर्ति किया पिला माने शाहरुख खान के निश्चय नहीं प्रियंका चोपड़ा के निश्चय नहीं श्रुति कीर्ति किया बने शत्रुघ्न पत्नी होचंती श्रुति कीर्ति चालुचंती छात पर मां कहले अरे मां ये रात्रि कहीं तो चालू कोन करू शत्रुघ्न कोठी अछि अरे मां शत्रुघ्न को देखो 12 वर्ष लागी भारत को अनुसरण करके चले करते भारत कोन रहथिले पिला माने कोठे रहथिले कोठी कोन रहथिले के कहला वेरी गुड भारत जाय कि नंदीग्राम बोली कि जंगल भीतर के गां नंदीग्राम सेठी रहथिले भाईकर पाटिका को थोई देथिले अयोध्या राजा सिंहासन ये हो कि हमर भारतीय संस्कृति भारत के ज्ञान भारत जते बड़े गले शत्रुघ्न कहले तार मु कोन जन्म हिथिली एही अयोध्या राजा सिंहासन को पकड़बा नहीं शत्रुघ्न मध्य तांको अनुसरण करके जाई भाई को पाठ करते राम कहले वनवास से समय पत्नी कर कर्तव्य देखो सीता राजनंदिनी जनक के राजर्षि राजा ऋषि राजनंदिनी सीता जे अग्नि संपदा हेचंती से चाली गले राम को अनुसरण करी एवं भरत चाली जाइछन राम को अनुसरण करी लक्ष्मण मध्य चाली गले ये होची हमर शिक्षा व्यवस्था हमर संस्कृति हमर परंपरा तापर कोन रही माता जाइछंती सब सैन्य सामंत धरिकरी नंदीग्राम को जाइछंती कहि के कौशल्या समागे जाइके देखन गोटे पत्थर पर मुंडा देके सोइचंती शत्रुघ्न जाइके उठेले पुअर मुंड पर आंसी देके अरे बापा तू एते दिन हेला एठी रही मोते ज्ञान तो नहीं समस्त दुख रे राम चली गला पर अयोध्या शून्य हो जाई अरे मां अपन काहे के आसे मोते डाकिले मु जाइथा अरे ना तू काहे के आसे ना मां से राजा सिंहासन कोन मोरी पे नहीं बढ़ाई दिला मु ताको खबर अपनी मोर सब समस्त खाइबाने चली गले ये होची हमर शिक्षा हमर परंपरा हमर त्याग हमर भल पाइबा मातृभक्ति पितृभक्ति पितृ सत्य माने के चली गले आमे तो बता बाप हत्या करके जमी दखल करके पछे जाबो ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କାହାଣୀ କହିବି ରାମାୟଣ। ରାମ ଯେତେବେଳେ ବନବାସ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରଥମ ଦିନ ଚାଲି ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି, ଭରତ କଣ କଲେ ଯିବେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଫେରେଇ ଆଣିବା ପାଇଁ। ରାମଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଙ୍କୁ ଖବର ଚାଲିଗଲା ଯେ ଭରତ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି। ଯୋଉ ସବରମାନଙ୍କ ଗହଣରେ ରାମଚନ୍ଦ୍ର ରହୁଥିଲେ କହିଲେ ସେ କଣ୍ଟା ଗୁଡାକ ସଫା କରିଦିଅ। ସବର କହିଲେ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆପଣ ତ ଆସିଲେ ସେ କଣ୍ଟାରେ, ଆଉ ଭରତ ପାଇଁ କାହିଁକି ଆପଣ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ସେ କଣ୍ଟା ଗୁଡାକ ସଫା କରିଦେଲେ ବୋଲି? କହିଲେ ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଭରତ ଆସିବ ବୋଲିକିରି କହୁଛି। ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭରତ ଦେଖିବ ଏଇଭଳିଆ କଣ୍ଟକିତ ପଥର ଖାଇ ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି, ତାର ହୃଦୟ କ୍ଷତ ବିକ୍ଷତ ହେଇଯିବ, ସେ ବହୁତ କଷ୍ଟ ପାଇବ। ମୁଁ କଷ୍ଟ ପାଇଛି ବୋଲିକି ତେଣୁ ସେ ପଥରକୁ ପରିଷ୍କାର କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ସେ କଣ୍ଟାକୁ ସଫା କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ମୋର ଭାଇ କଷ୍ଟ ନ ହବ। ଇଏ ହଉଛି ଆମର ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ ନଲେଜ ସିଷ୍ଟମ, ଶିକ୍ଷା ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥା। ଗୁରୁକୁଳରେ ଯାଇକି ଆମେ ଶିକ୍ଷା କରୁଥିଲେ, ସବୁ ପଢୁଥିଲେ, ଅର୍ଥଶାସ୍ତ୍ର ପଢୁଥିଲେ, ରାଜନୀତି ପଢୁଥିଲେ, ଯୁଦ୍ଧ ବିଦ୍ୟା ପଢୁଥିଲେ, ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଂ ୱାଜ ଟଟ୍। ସେମାନେ ବିଏଡ୍ ଟ୍ରେନିଂ ନେଇ ନଥିଲେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଗୁରୁକୁଳରେ ରହିକିରି ସବୁ ବିଦ୍ୟା ଶିଖିଥିଲେ। ରାଜନୀତି ଠାରୁ ନେଇକିରି, ଧର୍ମନୀତି ଠାରୁ ନେଇକିରି, ସଂସ୍କାର ଠାରୁ ନେଇକିରି, ମୂଲ୍ୟବୋଧ ଠାରୁ ନେଇକିରି, ଗୁରୁଜନଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ସମ୍ମାନ ଠାରୁ ସବୁ କିଛି ବିଦ୍ୟା, ଯୁଦ୍ଧ ବିଦ୍ୟା ବି ଶିକ୍ଷା କରୁଥିଲେ ଗୁରୁକୁଳରେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଜି ଆମେ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ଅଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଟ୍ରେନିଂ, ଶଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଟ୍ରେନିଂ, ଶଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଟ୍ରେନିଂ ଦେଲା ପରେ କଣ ହଉଛି? ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଲୁଟ୍ ହଉଛି, ବନ୍ଦ କରି ପଡ଼ିଲାଣି, ଡାକ୍ତର ପିଟି ଚୋରି କରିନେଲେ। ଗୋଟିଏ ଛୋଟ କଥା କହିବି, ଡାକ୍ତର ମାନେ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆୟୁର୍ବେଦକୁ? ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଯୋଗରେ ଯୋଉ କ୍ୟାଟ୍ କୋଚ୍, ମୁଁ ଆସିଲା ବେଳେ ଗାଡ଼ିରେ କହୁଥିଲି, ତାକୁ ନେଇକି ଫରେନ୍ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ ଆମେ କହିଲୁ ଏଇଟା ମାର୍କିଆ ଆସନ। ମୁଁ ମ୍ୟାଥ୍ ପଢିଥିଲା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କରିକି ଦେଖେଇ ଦେଇ ପାରିଥାନ୍ତି। ମାର୍କିଆ ଆସନଟାକୁ ନେଲେ କହିଲେ କ୍ୟାଟ୍ କୋଚ୍ କରିକି ତାକୁ ପେଟେଣ୍ଟ କରିଦେଲେ ଫରେନ୍ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ। ଆମେ କହିଲୁ ପ୍ରାଣାୟାମ, ବ୍ରିଦିଂ ଏକ୍ସରସାଇଜ କରିକି ତାକୁ ପେଟେଣ୍ଟ କରିଦେଲେ। ଆଉ କେତେ ଦିନ ଆମେ ଅନ୍ଧ ଭାବରେ ବସିଥିବା? ଏବେ ଜାଗନ୍ତୁ, ରକ୍ଷା କରନ୍ତୁ ଏ ଶିକ୍ଷା ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥାକୁ, ଏ ସମାଜକୁ, ଏ ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କୁ, ଆମ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ। ତେବେ ଯାଇକି सोसाइटी उद्धार करे, देश उद्धार नहले के परिबने। ଆମେ ଏମିତି ସେମିନାର କରିବା, କଣ ସ୍କୋପସ୍ କମ୍ପିଟିସନ କରିବା, ଇଂଲିଶ କ୍ୟାର କମ୍ପିଟିସନ କରିବା, that will not come to any use or purpose. Thank you. जय हिंद, जय जगन्नाथ।
Thank you so much, madam. मनुष्य जीवन नुहें केवल समाज दिनदंड कर्मे जीवन कर्म एकाकार जीवन मानदंड उक्ति शिखिलु। राख पोसला वो मंजर भी आएगा, राख पोसला वो मंजर भी आएगा, प्यासे के पास चलकर समंदर भी आएगा। थक कर ना बैठ ये मंजिल की मुसाफिर, मंजिल भी मिलेगी और मिलने का मजा भी आएगा, मिलने का मजा भी आएगा। So on this auspicious occasion, I would like to request leader of leaders, notable figures, one of the educationists in Odisha, who is our honorable guest of honor, honorable Professor Sidharth, at present is the president of All India Education Society. So start please.
सेमिनार सभापति कवि सम्राट धन्य ट्रेनिंग कॉलेज अध्यक्ष सान भाई प्रोफेसर बिमल स्वाइन महोदय मंचासीत समस्त सप्तर्षि मंडली की बसती प्रोफेसर त्रिपाठी हमारा प्रोफेसर नित्यानंद प्रधान सान भाई एवं कान्हू भाई जहाँ भाई दोल यात्रा कहुए जे कि नारी जातिर अन्यतम प्रतीक विभिन्न क्षेत्र में पारदर्शिता लाभ कर प्रोफेसर हिसाब से अध्यक्ष हिसाब से एवं कोऑर्डिनेटर हिसाब से एनएसएस उत्कल यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफेसर सुरेखा सुंदरी स्वाइन महोदय उपस्थित दुई बंधु माता बाबू अध्यापक बंधु सरोजिनी भौरी और अन्य जो उपस्थित तो सबुरे अनुष्ठान समस्त अध्यापक अध्यापिका वृंद मीडिया पर्सन विशेष भाव जेहेतु भगवान कहते भक्त मोर ठार आज सभा जदि सफल होता है मोर प्रिय छात्र छात्री बहुत समय धरी से अपेक्षा कर बर्तमान 2:15 बोधे है विमल भाई कहते लिखी 15 मिनट करा मत तो आस्ते पूर्व कह तुम 10 मिनट मुझे मुझे 20 मिनट रू 25 मिनट भितर कारण मुझे मोर शरीर असुस्थ काली परीक्षा करी मोर डायबिटीज 31 वर्षर काली फास्टिंग होती 151 एवं मोर आगे गोटे फैन सिलिंग फैन कटि ना कौन आसवा मत कहते 5टा बेलू आप मुझे से सब हो पारे मो गाड़ी मो खर्च मुझे 7टा बेलू जी से विलम्ब होगा बहुत ये हम्स रही तेणु क्षमा शेष भक्ता हिसाब से एवं ओडिया बोली आप खराब लगे आगु सुरेखा भौणी कहते आम भाषा हूँ आम अस्मिता भाषा हूँ आम सम्मान माँ माटी भाषा हूँ आम भाषा से कहूँ कारण गोटे स्वल्प समय नहीं भावुँ मो भाषा कहले मुझे बहुत गुड़े विषय को टच कर The preamble of the Indian Constitution states the destiny of India is with 7 Indian class. भारत का भाग्य तार श्री गुरु के के शिक्षक माने करिवे आपण माने करिवे जो माने आपण माने भावी शिक्षक अध्यापक एवं कर्मचारी हेबे एटी आलोचना करते आपण तो सुनिथेबे विमल भाई के सुनिथेबे जेतबेले ओडिसा रा 14टी कॉलेज बीडी कॉलेज भागी जातला ऑल ओडिशा एजुकेशन सोसाइटी तरफ आम नेतृत्व देलु आपण कॉलेज सब अन्य 13टी कॉलेज ओडिशा एवं आपण माने सुनिके आशा देबे दीर्घ वर्ष धरि कानु भाई जानिचंती हमर नित्यानंद भाई जानिचंती सुरेश भाई जानिचंती ओडिशा रे एमए एजुकेशन नथिया पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट क्लासेस इन एजुकेशन रेवेन्सा कॉलेज यूनियन रो सेक्रेटरी थेली प्रदीप किशोर दास को आगे हम दाबी करू एटी सरदिन होल्ड करछंती पाठ पढिबा सुযোগ के हम पर पैसा न देना ये भंगा गोटे टोके कि सेतरे गोटे कार्ड के मारि देलु शिक्षा रे एमए आमो ताको फास्ट टाइम पे एशियन के कलाला जोड़े की बतवाने हमर नित्यानंद भाई सेठी पढिचंती भूसी भाई सेनापति आसी नाथी से मत सेठी पढिचंती हमें फास्ट बैच ए सरदिन होल में पढिचंती लास्ट बैच तमर गत हो जे प्रिंसिपल दिले से लास्ट बैच मो फास्ट बैच रो प्रेसिडेंट आउट ऑफ 24 वोट्स आई हैव गॉट 23 वोट्स मो विरुद्ध जे छेड़ा है तो ताका नाटा कहू जाउनी ताके वोटा कोन से पाडो कोन जाने भाई तेणु ये होती डिपार्टमेंट का प्लस 2 एजुकेशन उठे दो आमे बहुत स्ट्रगल कर अरे प्लस 2 एजुकेशन में उठेबो भाई जति लॉजिक रहबो साइकोलॉजी रहबो एजुकेशन के रहबो नहीं सीधा होने अछन जानते आज हम जो स्तर रे अछि ओडिसा रो मोर देन 1800 कॉलेजेस एजुकेशन पढ़ा 800 डिग्री कॉलेज रे एजुकेशन पढ़ा एवं अन्य समस्त कॉलेज रे पढ़ा तेणु आम पे गर्व गौरव कथा आपण माने कैंसर के पास करी आपण बीड करउतती पास करी कोठी
एजुकेशन रही बोली कि आपन से ज्ञान अछि तो से विषय जाउनी न्यू एजुकेशन policy has emphasized on research and value-based education, broad education. Research बर्तमान जहाँ होची अवश्य रिसर्चर माने एठी रहुचंती ताको के दुख लागिवो लक्ष लक्ष टंका खर्च करा जाई रिसर्च करा जाउची आपण माने आश्चर्य हेबे विभिन्न यूनिवर्सिटी रो ओडिया गदारे से जो रिसर्च बही गुड़ाक पढ़ी रही राज्य सरकार की केंद्र सरकार कौन फाइंडिंग्स है से विषय मुंड खेलना यह ना गला रिसर्च सेकंड तो कथा होची वैल्यू बेस्ड एजुकेशन ब्रॉड एजुकेशन वर्तमान बेसी चर्चा होची बेसी अष्टपर होची बेसी रामचरित मानस होची गीता चर्चा होची आपण चिंता करू सी जो ज्ञान हमें पाउचे एकाग्र करेगी सेकंडरे बात पूरा एक टिप्पणी सार कहउली बोले एठी नित्यानंद सारे अपना सार माने सब जहां कहउछंती एठी कहले से तो खूब कम परसेंट रे मोर प्रिय छात्र छात्री माने सुनुथले अन्य माने निज कथा रे व्यस्त रहते कथा और कार्य मध्ये समन्वय रहने खाली बेस्ट एजुकेशन कथा जदि हमें कहउते वर्तमान शिक्षा चरित्र विषय शिक्षा दिया जाऊ नहीं if money is lost nothing is lost if health is lost something is lost if character is lost everything is lost तेणु कवि कहते थिले था उपसे गुण हजार चरित्र नथिले सबु असार से कथा पिला माने क्लास रे सार माने जेतो क्लास करते क्लास रे पिला माने उपस्थित देखा मिलुनी किंतु देखा तो पार्क रे से बाबा मोबाइल रे फोटो उठौते कथा और कार्य मध्ये किछि सामंजस्य रहउ नाही जने पानी पियो बोली चिंता जेतो करूची जने आहत हेकी गोटे लोकटी ता मुहरे पानी दवा परिवर्ते आमे फोटो उठौची इबळे आमे फोटो काट के अपपुष्ट सीधा जेतो रहउची पिलाके से कोनते खाद्य दियो तू बंचिबी मंदिर रे आमे खीर ढालुचे फळ चढ़ौचे जहाँ को हमें शास्त्र रे कहउचे जननी जन्म भविष्य संकट में धरिएसी बुढ़ा बुढ़ी की हमें वृद्ध काल रे हमें वृद्धाश्रम पठे आज हमें कहउचे परिवेश कथा चिंता करके एवं सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भक्तानि पश्यन्तु मां दशन्तु भागवत जोटा के आज ऋषिकर बाणी दिला ओडिशा होउके हमर प्रथम शत्रु भाई आदि होउची भगानी भाई भाई सहित संपर्क नाही असुआ मनोभाव परस्त्री कातलता ओडिया में विशेष भाव ओडिया परस्पर गोड़ काढी गोटे ट्रेन रे गोटे बंधु दीटा टोकरी दे नौकरी कंकड़ा गोटे टोकरी रे कंकड़ा भिड़ा है तो आ गोटे टोकरी रे किछि भिड़ा है नहीं जने बंधु बताले एको कर गोटे टोकरी रे मत भिड़ी नहीं ना भाव आरे आ गोटे किछि भिड़ा ना आया ये हो कि वेस्ट बेंगल कंकड़ा ताको जोर हमें भिड़ी के बंगाली कंकड़ा आ गोटा बंधा है कि से ओडिया कंकड़ा ओडिया कंकड़ा परस्पर गोड़ को एबळे भाव टाणी रखि छै ये जे कोनसी प्रकार एमए एडमिशन कला कि एमए एडमिशन कला ता विषय रे विजिलेंस लगा डीपीआई की लगा सेक्रेटरी की लगा तिनका माने तो सेक्रेटरी थिले ताको चिट्ठी दियो अरे बीडी कॉलेज काहे की रहइबो ता विरुद्ध रे लेटिंग दियो सरकार को देयर इज नो नेसेसिटी ऑफ बीडी कॉलेज अरे ते एमए एजुकेशन पढुछथि ताको पय एबे ओबीएस रे आवाज देते हला ताकर क्वालिफिकेशन रहला अन्य सब्जेक्ट वाला कलिए लेक्चर से हम जितने इंटरेस्ट कलो गोटे भाषा कले कोडी जो सब पके दे ओबीएस गवर्नमेंट सब पके दे ताको ढोकिले बोले टू बी लेक्चरर इन एजुकेशन असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन एजुकेशन एमए एजुकेशन नीति फाटे प्राइवेट अरे किसी सुविधा कर परस्पर गोड़ कहीं काटो एई बोली भाव रे मनोवृत्ति आमर रोचे तेणु कौन न कहते महात्मा गांधी सत्य अहिंसा जहाँकि विदेश में बर्तमान से गवेषणा चलती है सत्य अहिंसा कौन से जो बड़ तत्व भाई कहले आ 5 मिनट तेणु विदेश में बर्तमान चली गवेषणा चलती सत्य अहिंसा कौन प्रबल पराक्रमशाली ब्रिटिश शक्ति की हटाई बिना एवं जहाँ एटी सुरेखा मैडम कहते भरत कुंजर जो भातृत्व भाव सीतांकर जो पतिव्रता नारी थे जेकि जम कबल जो सावित्री कथा करते एवं जो गांधारी कहते गुरुमणि घेन आशीष मोहर जननी रवरा भया अक्षय हे पुण्य जगते धर्म हे जय श्री हरिमंत्र आध्यात्मिक श्री विवेकानंद मंत्र बुद्धवृत्ति ये दिने कहते a drop of water comes from the sky to the earth. Jadi sei drop of water, jadi udah operiskar nari ke poti ta pani ke poti hoता jadi gotiye sei pani bhala loka e rajyati madam bhaya professor hoichati jadi takka hatere paduchi sei jala pani jale parinito hoता jadi sei jalati पद्मपत्र पडुची ता सेक्रेटरी सांगती जदी सेई ड्रॉप ऑफ वाटर पडुची सामुदा उपरे ता भूतकारे परिणत केमती विवेकानंद कर गाडी एवं ते कहले डोंट स्टॉप टिल द अटेनमेंट ऑफ योर गोल्स आणि कोण करते प्रथम आहे जदी हारी जाउते जदी कोनसी दाबी पाई आमे जदी विक्षोभ करते जदी पानी माडा होती आमे छाई ते दाबी घडवाटकर प्रमोशन पाई एजुकेशन कथा कहूँ अध्यापक अन्य अध्यापक हाई स्कूल शिक्षक एमई स्कूल शिक्षक कथा कहूँ तो लिखित देती विभाग प्राइमरी ओडिशा सारा सरकार एमई स्कूल मोदे तो एक हाई स्कूल की नजर आ रहा है प्रमोशन का होते 103 को दाना प्रमोशन सरकार हमें गुडी दल को समर्थन करके मध्य हमें सी दल विरुद्ध में अनेक माटीर सुजोग्य सूत्र जहाँ सुरेखा सूत्र स्वाइन प्रोफेसर होते सी होती कमिशनर सम्राट ठाकुर राजा का प्रधानमंत्री नाम मुख्य तेणु श्रीजगन्नाथ संस्कृति उपरे से जहाँ करते जहाँ प्रमाण कहूले पताका अंचल चंचल डाके प्रतिनिधि हवा एदिन नाम नगरी आस भल श्रीजगन्नाथ संस्कृति होती जाति धर्म वर्ण श्रीजगन्नाथ संस्कृति रे आपण जानते त्यागर संस्कृति एवं ताकर सब बड़ वर्तमान आवर तो दुईटी पुस्तक लेखा है महाप्रसाद ताकर नाम होते बड़ दान श्रीका महाप्रसाद बासंती कविता ताकर होते बड़ दान एवं ताकर प्रसाद होती महाप्रसाद एवं तांकर मंदिर होती श्रीमंदिर पंडा होती बड़ पंडा एवं लक्ष्मी होती श्रीलक्ष्मी जहाँ एटी कहे तो चाहते कि श्रीलंका जहाँ होती हिंदू संस्कृति आपण तो रोमांच सृष्टि हो छाती छाती उठिबो अरे की नॉलेज शिक्षण जेतबे श्रीजगन्नाथ बलभद्र सुभद्रा मूर्ति तैयारी कले एवं श्रीमंदिर तैयारी कले भगवान मागुचंती हे भक्त इंद्रदेव को इसे कथा कलु कि बरमा जदि आपण मानक के कहि माता जे बर मागिया पे स्पेशली झियो मानक कि बर मागिता कहला जे माने को जोड़ बस बोल के हम ऊपर सुना दियो हम ऊपर टंका दियो हम चाकरी दियो को मान आपण सुनले आसे देबे मार दे गुरुले कोन बोले बर दे तेरे
मोते मारुआसी मुई बोहरा बंसारे जड़े न थांदु तो साई पुत्र नाती बोली बेटी देउड़ा आंबर आंबर बोलिले धन नाश हे मोर आजकल कौन कि त्याग आजिकल कहते जदि पायखाना टे कर जाइए नेता कहते संगठक कहते बापले मोना अच्छी कि नहीं
आई एम पहले सॉरी बोली आपके रथयात्रा में
अरे क्या बुदा कहूँ तुम खराब हो नहीं अब बात भाई भाई ने वीडियो बात ए वो बता सकते आओ करिए कोई ना नहीं ए विमल वो खाता खाता में कोई के भाई वो बोल तेनो वर्तमान संगठक माने कहते बारबले हम ना होइबे आज नॉलेज सिस्टम कि त्याग से कहते जदि वो वंश के रहिबे से गर्व करिवे अहंकार करिवे झगड़ा करिवे वो पिता मोर जेज पर वंश हुए भाई तो रेस्टोरेंट गलाणी तेणु ये जो हमरा भैल्यू बेस्ड एजुकेशन इंटीग्रेटेड पर्सनालिटी जोटा कि फैमिली सोसाइटी नेशन एवं इंटरनेशनल अंडरस्टैंडिंग को बृद्धि करियो एवं जो भारत वर्ष रे महान दार्शनिक जीशु ख्रीष्ट जो कथा कहते निजर संस्कृति देव जे तुम अनिष्ट करे तुम्हें ताको आशीर्वाद ये आस्ते के पदे गाली करते प्रायपत्ता का गाला महान कहते जे विनम्र अटंती आलांक ऊपर अगाध विश्वास रखती से निजर प्रतिपादन आलाको अवश्य भेटु सेमान को मूर्ख स्पर्श करिबा महान श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस कहते मनुष्य आपना को चिनी पारिले भगवान चिनी पारिले ट्रूथ इज गॉड आर्य ऋषि कहते साथे गोपबंधु दास कहते निजर स्वार्थ पई जात मोर हेतु विश्व हृदय हेतु मधुर जाति उन्नति से कहूं करिबो स्वार्थे दानव करत मन साधुरा बिलुआ चिकित्सक हेले सब की परिबो पर किए सब जो माने सब अपन दायित्व नहीं करते ठीक है काम करते एबे चाकरी में बात टीवी रे वाला नहीं 5 जण आईपीएस ऑफिसर 10 एकड़ सरकारी जमीन के हाथ में एवं महात्मा गांधी का जो 7 क्राइम कथा कहते से कथा की कही को आपण मान को ध्यान देबी से कहते पॉलिटिक्स विदाउट प्रिंसिपल नंबर 1 नंबर 2 wealth without what number 3 pleasure without morality 4 education without character 5 science without humanity you can do that केतବେଳେ तुझे भरोसा हो पाएगा 6 business without ideology worship पूजा हम करते without sacrifice तेरो सत्य जुगरे 4 अक्षर होगी दृढ़ाक्षर दृढ़ारे 3 अक्षर राक्षस कोन दृढ़ रावण द्वापर रे दुटी अथरे राक्षस कोन कंस आ कलिरे गुटी अक्षर कोन
मोर एक्सेप्शन मु जेते बळे धनसा हे जेते बळे त्याग ब्रदरहुड जेते फेलोशिप इंटरनेशनल फीलिंग जेते बळे सुखी हो तेरा करो हम मधरे निश्चित भावरे जो प्लीज आंसर करावला सब भेद उपनिषदर सारस्वतवाणी गीतारे लेखाते की कर्मणी भागीदार असते हा परिस्थिती करा फळ पे असे आम्ही फळ पे आगे चेष्टा करते आम्ही पास करूया नाही ना करे आम्ही परिवार के देश बंदा काय बोल और पति भाई होती नाही एवढी जागा उपर